Hey guys, it's me. I'm back. It's been a week. But I'm here. It's been a week, but I'm here. It's been a week. A week old chicken? Wait, what's happening? Hello. Hello everybody. Yes, get those emotes going. Let's go. The one thing can cheer me up, it's the fucking emotes. Tim Tam Tammy. Yes. Aussie references no one else will get. Yes. Ta-da. Bum bum bum. Ba-da-dum bum. Bum bum bum. Ba-da-dum. I love how you guys like pile on the emotes as if that's gonna make a difference. They only do one emote per message, so you just gotta post one emote in each message. But okay, do what you guys want. I don't care. Okay, kids. We're doing some fun things today, and by that I mean we're doing one thing. We're doing one thing, and then I'm ending, because today's not been a great day. So we're gonna chillax for a minute, okay? And we're just gonna do one thing, and then we're gonna chillax and go to bed, okay? That's what's gonna happen today. But it is a no bones day, I know. So we can just chill. Well, actually, I didn't know that, because the guy who does the no bone stuff with his dog is in America, and so they have different time zones, and so their day starts when my day's ending, and so that's kind of fucking annoying. So I wouldn't know if it's a no bones day because I don't check my phone, but during the day, I just don't. That's something new that you guys probably didn't know about me, but I don't really check my phone a lot, especially when I'm focusing on things, which is what I've been doing. Okay, so you guys already know because Robin put it in chat, but I have only just now looked at my messages. Oh my god. Oh, okay, so I was vibing. Okay, my phone died, okay? And when my phone dies and I've ordered food, usually what they do is they ring the bell. Yeah, one would think that you could just ring a bell, okay, and things would be okay. And that's happened so many times with me because my phone just dies. Okay, so ring my fucking bell, okay? And I ordered food. No bell was rung. What happened to the bells, guys? Okay, can't you do this Technoblade shit and just ring my fucking... That sounds really wrong, actually. But just like ring the bell, bro. Like it's right there. You know my fucking number. You know exactly where I live. You could have rung the fucking bell. No, they didn't. And I was focused, okay. And I looked at the time, and I'm like, where's my food? And they fucking... I guess they must have left it there. Either they left it there or they took it with them. And then I went outside to check where my food was. Maybe they left it like at my front door, and I could like get it. Like that would have been fine. No, not fair. So either someone stole it or they took it with them. Either way, I'm hungry because I haven't eaten today. Anyway, so today we are going to be doing an analysis. Oh, hi, welcome first time chatter. To it's a bones day. It's a bones day? This doesn't feel like one. It must have been that their day starts when like our day is already finished, so like we are the day behind. So then that I know that Monday was a no bones day. Wait. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. See, this is my one thing I have with ads. I just had a first time chatter right there. They've probably left now. They've left because there's an ad. I would leave. I don't blame them. It's okay, guys. You can leave if you want. I'll just be alone. I'm going to be joining the VC soon with Babushka, your favorites. Ads suck, but also money. I know. I don't even know how much I'm making out of ad revenue. No idea. I guess we'll find out at the end of the month. And then I'll see if it's worth it or not. Guys. Thanks, Dinos. I know, because you got accidentally gifted a sub. Completely accidentally as well. That's so lucky. They're your, of course, yeah, Babushka's everyone's favorite, even Babushka's favorite. I just got my subs here. It's just you guys now. Everyone else is just gone. Just waiting for the ad to be over. The ads, ads. Let's see how much of the ad is left over. Okay, the ad is supposedly over. Who knows though? Could not be. So as I was saying, that it's Wednesday, and I didn't realize that. And so my point, not made anymore. I know, Robin, that happens to me all the time. Multiple ads. That was happening to me when I was watching Bad Boy Halo the other day. By that I mean a couple hours ago, when I was procrastinating to do my actual work. We've been going through it today, guys. We've been going through it. Robin is suffering. I know. Sag. Ha ha ha. Let's just join Babushka. I think it's time. Don't you think? Who else thinks it's time? Just me, apparently. How can I mod anything with ads? Sounds like a you problem. Sounds like a you problem. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Sounds like a you problem, bro. Let's join the stream room. Hello, Babushka.
Why, hello there.
We have the high ground. Why are you speaking like Obi-Wan Kenobi?
I don't know. Every time you join, I've done that, and I got no control anymore. I got no self-control.
Luna, if Twitch isn't working for you today, it's okay. Join the stream room. You can hear us from here. You won't see anything though.
Bestie, please.
It's okay, bestie. I'm a bully Babushka over WhatsApp throughout the stream.
Thanks.
Who is that?
That's my partner.
Oh! I was like, what?
It's not just some random person.
So concerned for a second. Babushka.
Concerned. You were hoping.
No.
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 I swear. No.
Oh yeah, I fucking believe you.
Okay, guys. By the way, Baba's a little quiet. Might want to turn it up a tad. No. Okay, I will. Oh my god, and now you're so loud. And this is okay
Suffer.
for me.
Hear my sexy voice and weep.
Okay. Sure. There's no answer to that. I don't know what you're trying to say to me, but I'm trying to help, and all I'm getting is attacked.
Attacked? No.
Robin.
No.
That's how I feel every time I do a stream. She's getting
we
attacked.
kill you first in every game we ever play.
I just keep dying. Oh.
Yeah.
What is
it's not even our
this?
fault.
No. Stop it. Stop it, Able Sisters. Jesus Christ.
You cannot stop the Able Sisters.
Stop it.
That is just rude. That is a hate.
Alright, for this to work, Babushka, I'm gonna need you to, on Discord, does it say that I'm listening to a certain thing? Can I
check?
I should be able to share that in some way, right?
No, it just says you're live on Twitch.
Okay. I need you to tune into my Spotify. That's the issue. I don't know how to do that. One time I did. Not I did. Wait, let me see if I can just... No, we don't have a bot anymore. Because all our bots died. Sag. Yeah, I need...
Sag.
Big Sag. The question of the day, are my glasses broken?
Perhaps.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
They don't have a, there's no glass in here. They're completely fake. You probably feel that way because it's accurate.
Do we have a music bot on the Discord though?
Not anymore. No. we had the rhythm. We had a rhythm. And it died.
Rest in peace, Rhythm Fly High.
Yeah, rest in peace for sure.
07's in chat for Rhythm.
Absolutely. Can we get an 07 for Rhythm, please? Lenses just aren't useful, you know. I don't need them.
That's true.
I don't need them. These are purely
See?
fashion. And also just to hide my eyes.
Eyes are overrated. Take them out.
I'm not wearing my mascara and I feel insecure. Anyway,
You're insecure.
unless you have nah, Robin, even if you have bad rhythm, there's no need. Does this work
like
at
I
all?
said, seeing's overrated.
Seeing is
What
just
do you need to see?
just unnecessary. Just not necessary. Let's see if the bop bot will work. How do I?
If not, there is one that works called Hydra. I don't know how easy it is to add though.
Okay. We're gonna start. Okay, guys, what we're doing today is we're doing an analysis of LoveJoy. Not the band in general, but of the specific songs inside of the new LoveJoy album. The album PebbleBrain. And it's been in my brain like an annoying pebble for the last like 10 years. Definitely that's the amount of time. And so we're gonna analyze it, lyrics and music wise. Yeah, and it's gonna be very in-depth and not at all gonna you're actually not gonna understand. No, I'm just kidding. For anyone who doesn't understand music, that's not my problem.
Yeah.
Learn. Learn.
I don't understand.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't think that worked. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, we're doing PebbleBrain. I know it is literally such a good album, like overwhelmingly so.
It fucking is.
It's just great, and we're gonna talk about the lyrics. We're gonna talk about the music, and don't worry actually about it being too in depth or anything. This is just some. They're not criticisms or anything. They're just some observations that I've made whilst listening to the album musically and lyrically. I will be giving my opinions in chat, and as we all know, my opinions are fact. Don't put /J there. That was unnecessary, Robin. You don't need to put /J. For all of you wondering, yes, I did get my girlfriend into PebbleBrain. Yes, she loves it. Yes, she also doesn't really care about the Dream SMP or any of the content creators all that much. Like, she gets the story, she likes the animations, but that's about it. But she still loves the album, and that is all everything that you need basically to know that this is a great album.
Let's go.
So,
it's so good.
Hello, Luna. We're just having some tech problems. We don't know.
Classics. The only
Just
way
the classic.
I think we've had tech
Oh,
problems
yeah.
every single time.
If I share my screen, will it share the music?
Yes.
Yes.
It will.
It will. Okay.
Probably the simplest way to go about it.
I'll share the screen then. We're sharing screens, guys.
Let's go.
Okay. Boom. Boom.
I actually haven't seen the newest music video. I need to watch that.
Let me know if you can hear my music if you just mute the VC for a second. Oh, well, you don't have to mute the VC. Can you hear my music now?
Nope.
No?
No. Unfortunately.
Oh, dear.
This
Bum.
is a shame.
Ba-da-dum. Bum. Ba-da-dum. Bum. Okay, let's try that again.
Is this going to be a Spotify thing? Spotify being a little bitch?
I think it is.
Oh, could we, well, I mean, they have it on YouTube if we wanted to share screen YouTube.
Oh, but YouTube. Oh, yeah,
know,
we'll have to.
Disgusting, despicable, crime.
How dare you even,
suggest such a thing.
suggest that? Oh my god.
Revolting. Put my head on a spike.
When I turn on YouTube, the first video that turns up is I play a triple high C on my trumpet, then pass out. What? I'm saving this for later. I'm saving this for later. I need to watch this later.
I
I'm
love
so
fucking
confused.
YouTube recommended. It's so
What
shit.
is this? What did you want from me? We're gonna start from the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, great, the full EP.
Wait,
No.
What's
no.
everyone's favorite songs out this album?
Yeah, what are your
by the way?
favorite songs, guys? Please let me know. I
'Cause I have
definitely
mine.
care.
YouTube, bro. For real. YouTube shite. That's a lie. I love YouTube. Please.
Yep.
Concrete. The Fall. Oh my god. The Fall is so good. It is my absolute favorite. It makes me go fucking feral. Oh Perfume is also amazing.
Um,
Perfume is my second favorite.
so we're not
But
doing the
oh my
entire
God.
album today because I didn't have time to analyze the entire album to be a lot longer than I thought it would. So instead, we're gonna be doing certain songs, and those songs are, oh yeah, You Gonna Cry, that one. We're gonna do Model Buses, The Fall, Concrete, and that's it. I didn't mean to do The Fall, but I had I was doing it by listening to the album like one after the other, and for some reason it put The Fall after Model Buses instead of Concrete, and I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna keep going.
Good.
I was like,
Good.
this is not the song that's next on the album, but we're
No.
going with it anyway. So those are the ones that we're doing today. The Fall hits so different, but let's talk about why. Okay,
Yeah,
we're gonna
yes.
let's talk about
Analysis. PogChamp.
Okay, we're gonna pause the music for a second. By for a second,
Robin,
I mean for now.
every time you say concrete, I just think of that one TikTok audio where it's just like, yeah, concrete. And it just plays in my head on repeat because I have no personality. Oh my fucking God. I embarrassed myself.
The best part is you can't hear this, but I've already turned off the music, so it's just silence.
Oh no. Why?
One day I will figure out a way to have you be able to listen to the music, so it's kind of off-putting not to have that.
One day.
I
know
No,
that you will
don't
be
do this to me. Don't do this to me. Okay, guys, we're gonna start this off by listening and screaming about the first song in the album. Oh yeah, You're Gonna Cry? Which is
Yeah,
too
well.
quiet already, I think. It's quite quiet. Or is it just
I can't
me?
hear shit. It's great.
I can't hear anything.
Oh, so it's not just okay.
Yeah, it's too quiet and I don't know why.
LoveJoy,
I
come
think
on.
this may be an issue with the specific video. Yeah, no shit, Robin, I'm trying, for fuck's sake.
For fuck's sake. Oh no, we've reverted back.
Why are
We've gone back to
all
our
of the
Yorkshire father and
clips
son.
so
alter egos.
quiet? Give me like 1 second with no music to just figure out what the hell this is happening. Okay. See, now you guys can hear it, but Babushka can't hear it.
Let's go.
Ah!
Are you listening to it on YouTube?
On Spotify is the only way I can turn it up. It's really bothering me actually. I've turned it off for a second. Let me just real quick share the YouTube screen, okay? You should be able to hear it now. Guys, these troubleshooting problems. Look, we are such professional streamers. It's really quiet.
Oh, I was gonna say because I can't hear shit right now. Okay. There we go.
Can you guys hear it? Can everybody hear the song? How's the sound? I just don't want to turn Babushka too far up. Turn up a little bit more? Okay, guys. Do not worry. I will go back to the beginning so we can enjoy it properly. Is that better? You can hear it, right, Bev?
Yeah, I can hear it. I'm pure vibing right now.
Okay. We're going from the beginning then. We're going from the beginning, okay? Because the beginning is my favorite part. Are you ready?
Yes, let's go.
Doom, da-doom, da-doom, doom, 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 doom. Oh, just that.
Yeah,
Took me
it's
out.
so-
Took me out. I don't know why it's so quiet to me. You guys can hear it though, I think.
I think it is just the video. I'm not gonna lie.
It's the second video I've pressed. Why is my mic being annoying? Don't quite like your girlfriend. You're good. A little more friendly. Bye bye, Dino.
Hi, Dino.
Thought you knew her better than me.
Don't give me that face. You know that the chase is through. And well, she's still running away from me.
From you.
You got the same eyes
Same eyes as your father.
carry the same kind
Same kind of temper too. I hate that line. I love it, but I hate it.
Babushka.
What?
Because obviously Discord has a slight delay. And it's so funny.
Suffer and hear my delay.
Thought you knew her better than
So
me.
then,
Oh, so many things to say about these lyrics. Personally, I've preferred these lyrics to all of the rest so far. So far. For the half of the album that we're doing today.
tell me, look at chat.
You two shouldn't be allowed in the same room together. It's just annoying. Now, we need to calm down. What good is this energy? When you devote it to why
me.
not be a
little more friendly?
Now, you need to calm down. Cause she's of me. I thought you knew
her better than me.
Listen here.
This sounds like a threat.
Did you hear that end? Okay, important. Okay, I have here on the left of my screen the lyrics to.
Dun dun dun.
Oh yeah, you're gonna cry. I like saying that because it sounds like a something from TikTok. Anyway, so I have my notebooks. Look at my notes. I have so many notes. It took up 2 pages. So to start off with, I want to point out Tommy. I just made a note. I genuinely made a note that just said Tommy and then a sad face.
That's all it needs to say.
And to be honest, I don't think anything else is necessary.
Yeah, that's it. Why is it? I'm sorry, I can see the stream on Discord and I can just see the little lad dance. It's in the top right corner. What the fuck?
What?
On the YouTube thing, it's recommended new videos to come up and I just little lad.
Oh, that stream.
Oh my god.
I don't think I've only watched a single video on the little lad dance on YouTube. One video. Like anytime I've ever heard of the little lad dance, it's been on TikTok. So you can imagine. I'm gonna put this song back on in the background because I don't like silence, to be quite honest.
Of course,
And I
understandable.
also want to point out some points. I want to point out the beginning. Do you hear that?
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Now, you might be thinking, so what? I'll tell you what, okay? Disclosure. Everything we talk about, we're going to take it as seriously as we can take it.
Oh, okay.
This is A-level English shit. This is the curtains are blue, that must mean he's depressed. This is that
yeah.
type of shit, okay? So, maybe they just did it because it sounded cool. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to put a reason behind everything. Get ready, okay? That beginning tickles my brain, okay? It tickles it so hard.
Oh my god.
You know why? Because this little motherfucker told Tommy Innit that he had to learn the trumpet to go on tour with them because they didn't have any pianos in the song. That's a fucking piano!
Oh,
That's a fucking piano!
oh my god.
I just want to point that out. This bitch. I just
Fucking lying.
That's the first line. It starts with a piano. Guess he has to bring Tommy along. I'm sorry, but that's just how it works now. Okay.
Really?
So I just had to point that out. I really couldn't not. Along with that, just that one line. Okay. I did have more on. Give me a second. Okay, so the what goods this energy is gonna come up soon. Okay. And there's this like continuous motif throughout the song that starts on the piano, right? I just want to point out some shit. Real quick, okay, guys? I'm not going to go back in the song.
Come on, let's go.
Garlic is a better. No.
Garlic is better than onion. Don't even compare
Absolute
the two.
liar.
Absolutely.
Anyway, so if we go to to the lyrics, okay? We just appreciate the lyrics real quick. I'm not gonna press any idiots. I don't care what other people say. I'm just kidding. I did look through it. I looked through it earlier. Okay. So if we look through the lyrics, now you need to calm down. What good cis energy is the what good cis energy is this beginning? That's what the little sound is at the beginning. Take a listen. Now you need to calm down. What good cis energy? It's been scaled up like maybe a semitone or a tone. That's the same thing though, right? Okay. That's pretty self-explanatory, right? But what I find interesting is the lyrics, because throughout this entire song, the song is basically like it's a bit of shouting at a guy, okay? So I think from what my interpretation of it has been that this person, this guy that he's speaking to, the listener, right, has he has I guess some sort of complex, right? So the speaker is so insecure, just so insecure throughout this entire song. And it's so like blatant because he uses all of these lines to big himself up, putting down the other person. What a shame for the people in the community. You got the same eyes as your father. Usually that's a compliment, right? But then he follows it up with, you carry the same kind of temper too. These are all just putting down the listener, which tells me that this guy is very insecure, right? So he's speaking about this guy, and he's speaking about the guy's girlfriend. And he talks about how much he likes the girlfriend. He's a friend of the girlfriend, supposedly. I think there's more to that. But the interesting thing to me is that in the line, I'm the ending, she's the start. He's talking about the girlfriend here, right? I'm the ending, she's the start. Putting that into terms of the song, that means that she's the start of the song, which means she's the piano. She only turns up one time and she's the piano. The piano isn't heard. I couldn't hear it at all. After that, I couldn't get a hold of a score. They don't have any scores, so I couldn't check that. But I didn't hear a piano at all. But the motif turns up throughout, so she is referenced like a shadow throughout the entire song, but you only actually ever see her at the beginning, right? And it gets followed up with a oh yeah, or some kind of that's like them, that's him and her, the speaker and the girlfriend, right? But then he's the end, and at the end, what I found interesting was the end ends on a dissonant note. It's not really technically a dissonant, but it's quite weird because it's a minor chord and doesn't really fit in, which tells me that he doesn't fit in. And I have to point out, this is all from the narrator's point of view, which means that it's super unreliable, straight up. Just in general, it'll be unreliable. But the ending for me was so interesting that he points out that he's the ending, she's the start. It doesn't have a place in there other than being a reference to the song. I mean, it could be some kind of weird. I wouldn't put it past Wilbur, to be honest, to write something weird in there that's like a reference to something random. But I think that there has to be everything that he has, like it has like a double. Everything he says has a double meaning. So
even if he did just put it in as a reference to something random, it would tie back into the.
Oh, for sure. So I just
100%. But
that was so weird to me. I have more to say, but did you want to say something, Bab?
No, I was just reiterating.
Okay. I just think that was so cool. So the entire song is just Wilbur antagonizing the listener. Just very first of all, inherently contradictory. Inherently contradictory. There was a line that really stood out for me when I first listened to it because it didn't make any sense. He says the line, when you devoted to me, in the chorus multiple times. He goes, here we are. Now you need to calm down. What good's this energy? No good when you devoted to me. That, most people think when you think of the word devote, it means like you're like putting yourself and like you're giving yourself to someone and you're devoting yourself. It's like something, what's the word? Like,
you can do it, Tammy.
I don't know the word. I'm not good with words, guys. But it's like, what are you? For real. No, you beat me to it. For real, guys. it just basically, how do I explain the word devote? Babushka, help me. What is the word? What's the...
When someone... Okay, first of all, give the actual definition.
I am.
Yeah.
So the definition for devote is to give all or most of one's times or resources to a person or activity. That's what I was trying to fucking say.
It's basically give everything
commitment.
to.
Yes, commitment. That's what devote means. But in archaic English, and I had to research this because I was like, this doesn't make any sense. In that definition, that line makes no sense. He's antagonizing this person, saying like, LMAO, like, you're like getting so angry right now over this. Ha ha ha. You shouldn't be so angry. Like, you should calm down. You should calm down. When you give me everything, it doesn't really grammatically and also just not really make any sense. But the archaic English, and this I found so fucking, he's so smart. He's such a big brain. The archaic English definition of devote is invoke or pronounce a curse upon. So what he's actually saying is, now,
my God.
you need to calm down. What good is this energy? Calm down. When you curse upon me, why not be a little bit more friendly? Which is so contradictory.
Oh my God.
So fucking contradictory. How can you possibly curse someone's name friendly like?
Oh my God.
That makes no sense. But also, it's the only way it does make sense.
I kind of get it. It's like, now you need to calm down. What good's this energy? No good. When you curse me, like curse my name, why not be a little more friendly? He's literally mocking.
Yeah, it's
antagonizing this guy so much, or the person he's talking to. He's antagonized him so much that this person is clearly must be lashing back out.
Oh yeah, this guy is screaming.
He's literally just gone, ha, you're being a little bitch. You need to calm down, be a bit more friendly, stop yelling at me. You're
it does make sense. I was just being dramatic.
Yeah. I love that so much.
But then you gotta think about it a little bit. Like, there's that. Okay, so why would the narrator, why would the speaker be cursed? What has he done to a cursing? Because what I found interesting is that when you go onto Genius and you research the lyrics for "Oh yeah, you gotta cry," and I have a processing problem, so I can't actually hear. I can hear lyrics fine, but it's sometimes I don't understand what people are saying. I just don't understand what's happening. So I had to search it up to get understanding. But the bio for the entire song is, this song is about a woman who's unhappy in her relationship with her boyfriend. In this song, the singer is speaking to a woman's boyfriend as her friend and a potential future lover, and is mocking him as the relationship comes to an end. I don't agree with that definition at all. I think they've got it all wrong. I think that this song is about a guy who had a relationship with his friend, or just a person. I think they were quite close. Who had a relationship that didn't happen. One of those, like, I really liked her. I may have even kissed her, but nothing came of it. She didn't like me. I was rejected. That kind of situation. And when she got with this other guy, and when they started having problems, he is so bitter about the fact that he could never get her. Look at the line. Look at the line. I quite like your girlfriend. How the fuck did she end up with you?
Yeah.
Like, he likes this girl, and he has for a long time. And where is it? Sorry, 1 second.
Now you need to calm down.
I mean, just the idea that the girl is the start and the ending tells me that they've already had this. They've already gone through something that has made him so bitter to the point where now he's enacting his revenge. And we can tell that it is revenge because at the end of the song, he giggles.
Yeah.
He giggles at the end of the song. It goes into this really minor, bitter chord, and then, which is the same chord, but I think it's just like kind of like, there's something about it that just makes it minor. I just can tell I can't remember what it is. But, and then he giggles, and then that tells me that he's enacted his revenge, and he's quite satisfied with that. So yeah, here we are. I wrote here as well. There's a huge mix of feelings just within the musicality. It's done in a weird mix of major and minor chords. Like the first 2 chords are minor and then it goes into major chords. Which is not inherently bad or not unheard of, but it tells me that this song has very like, it's not a happy or a sad song, it's just kind of like a weird bitter song.
Yeah.
An ad already?
It's slightly chaotic as well.
Yeah. This man is kind of unhinged almost, this speaker.
Yeah, you can definitely tell that when you're
Yeah.
listening to it.
Let me see.
Even without any of the
Got a
words.
couple more seconds of ads. Back now from the ad. Only you, Robin. You're the only one. We still got 53 seconds according to my Twitch.
You need to calm down. What good's this energy when you devote it to me? Why be a little more friendly?
Wow.
Wow.
Your singing's amazing.
Oh, shut up, you.
All right, guys.
You get fucking paid to do it.
I do get paid to do it. I've got so much more to talk about. I love this song. I think this is probably one of my favorites. One of mine. Not my favorite, but one of my favorites. Just because like the lyrics are very, they have a lot to tell you. And it's not what people think. I don't think that a lot of what the descriptions are correct, necessarily. They're not incorrect.
Wait,
They're
which
all
one's this?
interpretations. Still talking about, oh yeah, you're going to cry. But they're all interpretations. They're not necessarily wrong. Nothing we say is going to be wrong. But I think that there is more to that, you know?
If you can analyze it, it can't really be wrong.
Like shit, like you don't give me that face. You know that the chase is through. So he's already chased after her.
Yeah.
He's also already chased after her. To me, I feel like
it comes-
she's more the problem. Not really a problem, but you know what I mean.
It comes back to that line, she's the beginning and I'm the end. It's like, to me, you can use that on the story of like their relationship, like, and lack thereof, because it's like, in the beginning, she might have like, whether it was become friends or in his mind, like she instigated it, like was leading him on, and then he ended up going for it and fucked everything over.
Yeah.
And I think
also,
that's really cool.
so there are contradictories in the chords. Just the fact that it starts with 2 minor chords and then has 3 major chords. Is his and if you look into that, it's like, is the start of the story sad? Is it inherently disappointing, sad? What did she do that made him have these feelings that, you know, that ended up with the song starting sad, and the entire like with each chord sequence starting sad, and also just because like the song starts with her, so is it something that she did, you know? And then beyond that as well, I'm just gonna read this out. The song gives hints that the speaker may be struggling with the concept of being very similar to the listener. Thank you so much. Sad eating noises for the follow. I'm gonna continue. There are so many points where it's like he's comparing himself continuously. So he refers to his relationship with the girl as through, and then he says, "I thought you knew her better than me," continuously comparing himself to the listener and overcompensating continuously in the lyrics. So he's always saying like being sarcastic about him, mocking him. What a shame for the people of the community. Thank you, Rai, for hosting. You carry this temper. Haha, you're the same as your father, but also the same temper. Haha.
That's such a dig.
Yeah,
like, if
I know.
someone said that to me, I might actually.
Okay, I love how when you said I might actually, it just like your mic cut out for a second, so we didn't actually hear what you might actually do.
I'll cry.
No, it was so much better. So, and then also it goes, how the fuck she end up with you? You know, we talk about all the dumb shit you do in the back room of the bar, in the backseat of my car. To me, that sounds like he's just rubbing it in and overcompensating, which to me feels like a fuck ton of insecurities right there. He's overcompensating his relationship with this girl. So he's comparing himself to this guy. He's comparing him. Why is she ended up with him and not me? What did I do wrong, basically?
Yeah, big incel vibes.
Huge. The music
This
also
guy? Maybe.
this guy, the music also hints that there's like a mix of feeling. I've already mentioned this. But it's like trying to drown it out by attacking the listener. So it's like loads of like just straight up jealousy in this. I like this song. I think it's very interesting in the way that they've done this. I just love the way that they've used the structure of the song to communicate something about his deeper relationship with the woman. Because the entire time he's talking about the man, and nothing that he says can be actually like believed.
Yeah.
He's straight up an unreliable narrator.
Yes.
He's just
oh
like,
my god.
He's
Flashback to English.
I know. He is like the basis of an unreliable narrator, and so you have to kind of look underneath to see what's the truth. And to me, it sounds like the I know that Wilbur got the PebbleBrain, but it could have been one of his one of his other bandmates who wrote the song. We don't actually know. It just says it's written by all of them. That's why I'm saying listener and speaker instead of Wilbur. But yeah, it just sounds like he has a lot of insecurities about the fact that he didn't have this relationship with this girl and this other guy did, and is choosing to attack the guy and make the guy feel insignificant to make himself feel better. That's what this song gives to me. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we get to the Tommy thing. I was just so sad about Tommy. And then the ending. He revels in the idea of a takedown at the end, even though his last chord was a minor chord and seemingly out of place. Because if you listen to that chord on its own and then listen to the entire song, like, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't fit in. Like, it feels like he's like it's been injected into the end of the song. And you can't really hear it very well because my YouTube's acting out. But that's what it sounds like to me. So it feels like the listener's injected himself into this relationship. This is a conversation, not the listener, the speaker. This is a conversation that he shouldn't even have to be having. You can like stand up for your friend, but at the end of the day, what happens in their relationship is none of your business. So I feel like this is something that he's saying just again because of his insecurities.
Just for the fucking sake of it, to make him feel better.
Yeah,
it's not for her, or it's not
revenge.
For anything. Yeah, literally.
It might be from the ARG, but the ARG we don't even know. It's not confirmed. Nothing is confirmed. So anyway, that's all I have for. Oh yeah, you're gonna cry? Oh
Probably.
yeah. Oh
yeah.
That song. That sounds like it was in a song. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was.
What song is that?
It's an old TikTok audio.
Oh, such a good song. I don't remember the name, but when does the ending is wrong or doesn't fit, make it sound uneasy, showing insecurity of the speaker? Yeah, for sure.
Yes, exact.
There's underlying hints at the speaker talking out of his ass, basically.
It's like the rest of the time he's covering up with like just relentlessly kind of agitating the listener. But at the end, it just slips through that little bit, like, hey, look, I'm an insecure little bitch.
And I think this shows
I love
that point is a very good point to be made, especially not necessarily for this song as well. But when you listen to Concrete, and I'll be doing an analysis on that as well, the ending is just a huge enlightener to what the song truly is talking about.
Yeah.
We're gonna move on though to Model Buses.
Yes.
Which I guess. Oh, someone's excited.
I am always excited.
Okay, so I have to say
you need to calm down. What good?
Sorry,
I love it.
Some people have already made assumptions as to what this is about.
Oh, that suddenly got very loud. Thank you.
I'm neither gonna confirm nor deny. We don't know what this is about. He's not confirmed anything. So our interpretations will be freeform.
Let's go.
Let's listen. Extremely long intro, by the way. I've talked about this. I will talk about this. I'll talk about all of this.
Say that your heart's in the right place. Say that you break more than I make.
It says you're up your own ass.
You can barely see your hair receding. You're a man of few knees. It'll sleep, it'll deep. Sounds as good with surf beach as I do when I'm sober. He's always right. You're never right. Get me out of here. You're just scared. You're just scared of the future. He's got a bike. He's got a bike. Got the words mixed up. Get me out of here. And you're just scared. You're just scared of the future. I like this song, but like not that much until recently. Now I love it even more. After doing the analysis, I'm like, Jesus, this song is good.
Oh my god, yes.
Cause you're so relieving. You're like a breath of fresh air on a warm summer evening. It's up to you, right? When starting the night isn't over but fight. Just make sure the sun does. Wait.
My god. I wish I had a cam on right now. I am absolutely vibing.
He's always right. You're never right. Get me out of here. Cause you're just scared. You're just scared of the future. He's got a bus. He's got a bike. Get me out of here. You're just scared. You're just scared of the future. You're just scared. You're just scared of the future. You're just scared. You're just scared of the future. Oh, it's such a good song.
It's so good.
All right, I have so much to say.
Yes.
So much to say. First of all, people have no, I didn't say you can move on to perfume. It's not something I said you could do. That's not no.
Have you got autoplay?
People, yeah, accidentally. People have suggested that this song is about Bojo, about Boris Johnson. Okay.
That would be a bit funny, but I don't think so.
No, this is a serious suggestion, and honestly, a lot of the points point to it. I didn't originally think so. When I first listened to it, I actually thought this was about Wilbur. And I hate to say it, Wilbur, but a lot of this shit could be said about you.
Yeah.
First of all, little sleep, thoughts are deep. Sounds as good as with slurred speech as I do when I'm sober.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure that you break more than I make easily. You're so appealing, we can barely see your hair receding. Not to be that person.
It's like it's chat talking to him.
It does feel like it's chat
It
talking
literally
to
just
him.
is. Well, not quite, because we all
I
bully
just
him.
thought, at first I thought this was just like a not event song, but like this was about himself, like himself looking towards himself.
Yeah.
I'm converted though. I don't think it is anymore.
I still don't think it is.
I'm thoroughly
I don't-
converted. What do you
Walk
think?
me through it.
All right, I will.
Please.
I mean, you've convinced me. Let me fix this. There we go. Okay, so to start with, I want to start with the instrumentation because I hate to point it out, but the majority of this song is like 40-60 to instrumentation voices. So the vocals take up about 60% of the song.
Yeah.
That's a big percent. Like that's a big percentage of instrumentation. Usually a song will have about 80-20. 40-60 is a stretch, you know? He has instrumentation, he has an intro, and then he has a long ass fucking intro, and then more instrumentation after the first verse, and then the chorus, and then the verse. So he has a lot of instruments, and I think that's part of the commentary.
I think it is as well.
If we're talking about this from the point of view of Boris Johnson, which I think, to be honest, they've sold me. I think it might be. Then the idea of the music being waffling, very little substance, is just a straight up, I mean, truthful dig towards Boris Johnson.
That's true.
They're right.
I thought of it slightly differently when I was first thinking of it, because I didn't think it was just Boris Johnson, like, as an individual. I thought it was more just a wider thing. But I thought it was like hiding behind the music because there's so much more of it. It's like, because it takes up so much more. It's like your attention's more on the instrument than the actual
It could
lyrics.
be that as well. Those are both very two interesting.
Yeah. But when the lyrics are there, you listen to them more, if that makes sense. So like it's like switching your attention a lot.
Yeah. Both of those good points to be made. I think that either could be correct. I mean, I just think that is just shows how well the song was put together, that you could come up with conclusions like that. And either of those could be accurate to what the topic of the song is about. So, again, if it were to be about my mans, then the second verse and the first verse drop out. Like after the first and second, like when the first and second verse come in, the instrumentation drops out. So you have like a fuck ton of instrumentation. Like it's really, really heavy musically. In the opening and stuff, you can hear it here. You have many different melodies. You got all these different chord sequences going, right? The drumming is very heavy, and then as soon as the first verse comes in, that just drops out. Here. Just hear that.
Oh my god.
So
I knew it dropped out, but I didn't realize it was that hard.
yeah, so the drums go straight into cymbals, almost completely just cymbals. The words, the guitar goes straight into just holding the sound. So there's very little drums, and the guitars are only just making sure that you sing in the right key. Basically, you can just hear each chord, but it's not held for a long time. Mostly just crotchets. So what that tells me, it doesn't tell me. What I thinking about that is that why is it that they decided to do that? What is the reason? Yeah. What? What is the reason that they decided to do that? You know, first of all, the bass is banging.
It's so good.
And the drums are so light and airy, which I think is a huge like juxtaposition to what we're talking about.
Yeah, it really is.
But like, I just thought that was so interesting that they had like, and it was like there are quite a bit of what did I write?
I can't read my own writing.
I can't. Yeah,
That's
so it
an
just
old
keeps
reference.
all
See how many people got that.
in the second and first verse. It's basically just drums and bass. He just strips it all completely. So what your point about saying that like that the emphasis becomes about the speech is definitely true. Sorry, Bob. I wasn't even listening to the music. I didn't even notice.
I can't hear it. So. There we go. Turn off autoplay. You can also loop it. If you right click.
I don't know how to turn off. It's off.
That.
Oh, it's on.
No, it's yeah. Good song.
Anyway.
Good song.
My point still stands.
Yes.
It's just completely like it just drops out, but it happens in concrete as well, but for a different reason. But I'll tell you about that later. So it's completely different to opening. So what about the opening did they have to change? Like why did they do that? That's a question that I'm gonna keep asking myself because I don't know yet. The drumming in this song is so advanced. You need to listen to this. It actually had me speechless the first time I listened. Let me find it. That's fucking hard. That is hard.
Oh my god, that really is. I'm like trying to do it with my hands. Oh god. Oh my god.
And it gets more intense towards the end. The ending is crazy, right? Like that section is crazy. The drumming in that section is absolutely crazy. So I just wanted to say, I just wrote Mark Pog because that is very That is very, very good.
I'm pretty sure he
Impressive.
uploaded a clip on TikTok of him playing. I don't know if it was this one, but he's playing one of the songs on the drums, and it's fucking incredible.
All I can say about this is it's very, very impressive. Okay, how he did that. It is like you said, it's hard to keep track of. It's difficult, but it's really fucking good.
Also, see the thing in chat on YouTube. The video with Boris's face is on a seagull during model buses at one point.
Oh, is it? Well, there you go. It's about Boris Johnson. That's some confirmation.
Sent me a picture.
Nice.
I don't know if it's about just him though. That's like the one thing I have with it. I don't know if it's just about.
No song is about one specific
attack
thing.
Of them all.
Probably about the government in general. Probably about the specific party that he's in. But
yeah, I think it's about that as well.
I wrote
more than just him.
When I first listened to the song, I wrote, make sure the song does ... wait, and then I put underneath, very funny. But later on, I realized that was saying something, and I changed it. But I'll go into that in a minute. That's like the difference. Like when you listen to the song once, twice, 3 times, maybe you're like, ah. And then you start looking at the lyrics, and you're like, oh shit.
Exactly.
And this also, the ending added a new instrument, and it took me so freaking long to figure out what instrument this was, and I'm not sure. Okay, because at first I thought it was a synth. I thought maybe it's a guitar and some kind of weird filter, but I'm not sure. But I think
What is it?
just listen to
I
it.
don't remember. Hammer.
It comes in at the end when the music really starts hitting.
Yeah.
Here.
Oh, shit! What is it called?
I think it's a kazoo.
What is it called?
I think it's a kazoo.
It would be really funny if it was a kazoo. The thing.
I thought it might be vocals that they've hugely auto-tuned and affected. Maybe a trumpet that they've also auto-tuned. Could be. I don't think it's a trumpet. I think it's made to sound like a trumpet. I think the point was to make it sound like a trumpet. No, I don't think it's a trumpet. It doesn't. Listen to the way.
No, it's definitely not. I don't think it's a trumpet.
You can hear it better here.
What is that thing? The instrument.
Because
Rambo said he was gonna
it's-
buy Wilbur.
It feels a little bit too fluid to be a trumpet. And the volumes are all the same, which is I think is quite difficult to get on a trumpet.
I think it's a synth instrument. Like.
I think it's a kazoo.
One. Really?
I really think it's a
I don't
kazoo
know.
or a group of kazoo. I don't know. I don't know.
But
But I think that it's meant to be a reference towards your new boyfriend with the trumpet in that. But I don't think it actually is a trumpet. Now, Robin does play the trumpet. Kazoo quartet. Robin does play the trumpet, and he obviously has a different opinion than me, but I also think his opinion is biased. So, moving on.
The thing I immediately thought it was Rambo said he was gonna get Wilbur a synth instrument. I can't remember which one it was though. It's very specific and it's in my head. And I'm thinking, I think he actually did buy him it, so it could be that, which would be really cute. But also, I know almost for a fact that he owns a synthesizer, like an analog one, a very specific one.
It could be a synth.
But
I've listened to this a couple of
might be.
times, and I thought it was a synth as well at first. I've listened to it a couple of times though, and I really am. It does sound like a kazoo to me. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie. I do hope it's a kazoo. That would make my day. I'm
set on the idea that it's a kazoo and it's just mimicking a trumpet. Anyway, moving on.
Whoever it is, they're very good at the kazoo.
Let's talk about the lyrics for a second. He's gonna learn on his trumpet just to prove us wrong.
Please do. I want to hear you
do.
play the trumpet.
Prove us wrong then. So
I love being proved wrong.
first of all, this line here, I'm sure that you break more than I make. According to Genius, is referring to the Bullingdon Club, which is the club that Boris Johnson was in when he was in school, university. And they just completely trashed like every place that they went to. Could be, but I also think that I do think that it's meant to be more than just that. I think that's probably got to do with it, but I think it's got to do with also breaking promises, breaking systems, breaking financial,
breaking a fucking country,
breaking the fucking, what's it called? Money goes into one economy. Thank you. All of that has to do with it as well. I don't think it's just referring to the Bullingdon Club. But yeah, I thought it was funny. Spending choices, people's lives. Yeah. Like, you're breaking more money than I make. And that's saying something, because Wilbur makes a lot of money.
I do think everyone, or as far as I've seen, everyone is unanimous as refer to some form of, like, money and or influence by money, absolutely. Rather than, like, alternatives, like promises and shit like that.
Yeah, that too.
And I saw somebody said they thought it could be about relationships. And I thought that would be interesting. I don't think it is, but I think that would be really interesting. That would be quite a good line.
Does he have a wife?
Yes. And he cheated on her.
Oh yeah!
Like 3 times.
Yeah. Well, it could be that as well. I think
he's currently cheating on her because he's in
fucking
Spain right now.
Is he? Get him out. I think he's meant to be, I think it's just meant to be a general thing about everything that he's ever broken, which is...
Yeah, I do as well.
My mother says that you're up your own arse like a stagehand at a puppet show. I didn't understand. Like, I understood when I first heard that sentence, I thought it said that, but I thought it was so absurd that it couldn't be that, and I just heard it wrong. But it actually does say that.
Oh, I think that's a fucking banging line.
It's a great line.
It's a very British line.
But Saf Wanya is the one who pointed this out on genius.com. It's not, when you press like the stagehand at a puppet show, it's not the first suggestion that's given of the annotation or whatever. It's the second one. Someone marked it as you're missing something, and they made such a good fucking point. And their point was that the stagehand at a puppet... My mother says you're up your own ass like a stagehand at a puppet show. Stagehand at a puppet show is a simile to... My mother says that you're up your own ass. So you know how like when puppets, some puppets have like their hand goes into the underside of the puppets, and like the stagehand will be holding the puppets and moving the puppets. Yeah. They're literally putting their hand up their ass.
Yeah.
So that's a simile, and I thought that was very interesting. And I also think that like
it's also a slightly British saying.
No, yeah, it's a saying. It is just you're up your own ass is a saying.
My mom said that to me once, and I thought that was really fucking funny.
That's just a very common phrase for just saying that you're full of yourself, basically. But
you're up your own ass like a puppet.
It's interesting that is like some 2 lines that he put straight after each other. Like that's straight up a reference. Also, the person that does the moving parts, possibly more than we realize. So like when we like watch a puppet show, a stagehand at a puppet show will be the person holding the hands, but also a stagehand just in general, any kind of show, would also be the ones moving the props, making sure everything runs smoothly. So there's a lot that goes into that, and which makes me think that what he's saying is that there's he has like this amount of control, possibly more than we even realize. Negative or positive.
Wilbur has done, if Wilbur is the one, I'm assuming Wilbur is the one that wrote like that line specifically for this reason, is Wilbur has done a lot of like theatre, film, he's wrote scripts before.
There's an ad.
So he knows the difference between a puppet master and a stagehand. He's chosen that very, very deliberately because a stagehand runs for the spot.
Because he could have written the line.
Controls a puppet.
He could have changed the line to my mother says you're up your own ass like a master at a puppet show.
Yes.
It would have run the same way. Like it would have had the same amount of rhythm. It would have fit in very nicely. He chose to say stagehand.
Yeah, he really fucking did.
Which I think is very
and it's great. Because it implies so much more power. Oh, ad. Rip.
I know. Haha.
Imagine being poor.
Couldn't be me. They just gave me a tier 3. You know, I was looking at my subscriptions the other day. Just give it a pause in the analysis for a minute, because my ear's hurting. I was looking at my subscriptions because a bunch of them just randomly expired. And I went to go and, fix that. Specifically the Tommy in It one.
Yeah, of course.
The shit ton of my subscriptions just randomly expired. I haven't had the time to watch them recently, but I'm keeping the subscription around because I want to hit that 6 months.
Of course.
So, yes, all my money goes to my white men. And
White men Minecraft streamers, let's fucking go.
let's go. And so I went to look at it, and I just saw that like on my subscriptions it says that I'm subscribed to this person, Tammy Nix, tier 3 subscription forever. I'm like, none of my money's going into this. I still have my Prime subscription, but fuck yeah.
Let's fucking go. Okay.
It automatically subscribes me to me. I love that.
That's
So.
fucking brilliant.
Where are they on the app?
I'm gonna give you a tier 3 at some point.
Oh,
when my phone runs out.
you can
Just 'cause I
finally
want the
use
emotes.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. That's the only reason that anyone
But you literally.
like. That's the only reason anyone ever subscribes. It's for the emotes.
Honestly, yeah. Anyone who says otherwise is either a millionaire or a liar.
I actually didn't. I subscribe to a lot of people not because of their emotes. I don't even use Tubbo's emotes.
You're the only person I'm subscribed to.
Oh, no score? But there's sheet music as a score. What do you mean? Just don't mind me googling this real quick. Model.
You mean downloadable sheet music?
Score. Doesn't matter what kind of. Muse score has model buses. Fuck yeah. Oh, but it is just the bass part. Interesting.
Sag.
Oh, it gets quite. Verse 2 is quite a interesting bass part. You see all these?
Yeah.
That's a lot of semicolons.
Semitones?
No, not okay. Yes, and a lot of semiquavers and a lot of movement here in these. So you notice that it's all 555 on this line, 444, 666, 777, 222. But it's like continuous, even if it changes. This is telling me there's a lot of movement going on here. That's very interesting. The numbers pertain to what fret you're on, and then the that is quite difficult. A 575757.
Oh. I only did like bass for like a year in S1.
I only play guitar.
I just remember how much it hurt. Holy shit.
I only play guitar, but what that would mean is that they're playing. Obviously, they're missing one line, so ignore the bottom E. But they would be playing this like this. Boom, 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 boom. Maybe boom, 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 boom. I don't know if you can see that. Boom, 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 boom. One after the other, which is actually it's not really easy to do. That's quite complex.
My tiny hands could never.
My tiny hands could never. But this gets increasingly complicated. It is pretty complex. It's not like the hardest thing that anyone could ever do, but it's still fucking.
The music
difficult.
in this one is quite complex. Like that, you've got those fucking stellar drums. Oh my god! And then
Hi,
you've got
Patrick Cole. Can you please
absolutely-
transcribe this for the entire song and not just the bass part? Thanks. I love how this goes into model bus shops. Anyways,
Silence fiend.
back to the lyrics. Imagine having small hands. I've got tiny hands. So don't stop.
Amy is wench blocked. Is it a blocked word? Can I say wench?
Wench?
Wench.
So, moving on. There is more, surprisingly. I know, guys. What? So we talked about the puppet show being the greatest line ever. Then there is a fuck ton of sarcasm with "you're so appealing." I mean, it's throughout this entire song, but it's supposed to be like talking from the point of view of whatever the Democrats, no, Labour Party, and the other party, the other one that isn't Labour. I don't know what the English version is because I'm so used to hearing Democrats and Republicans, and now I don't know what the English version is.
I do that as well. There's Tories, Labour,
Tories. They're Tories.
SMP.
I just don't know what the actual
Fucking-
official name is.
yeah, Tories.
Tories.
Conservatives.
So it's supposed to be from the point of view of the Conservative Party, or the supporters of the Conservative Party. So it's like there's like loads like Santa's good with slurred speech as what I do when I'm sober. Like it's supposed to be from their point of view, and it's all sarcasm because obviously there's nothing appealing about him.
Yeah, really.
But I just thought that
There's
was
not.
very fun and interesting. Like written like a love song to Boris, but with like a bunch of thinly veiled insults.
Thinly. Oh,
Thinly.
so thinly.
Also thinly. It's very consistent in the musicality in the fact that like the chords are consistent. There's no verse chorus difference in chords. Every verse has the drop of the certain instruments, and then they come back in the chorus, and then there's no there's like an instrumental brace, and then the chorus again, and then the instrumental. So there's nothing more than that. It just basically just goes instrumental, verse, chorus, verse, instrumental, chorus, instrumental, kind of. Right? I might have missed something out there.
Yeah.
Backhanded, many backhanded compliments. But yeah, so it's just that. So it's quite consistent. So that says that like their ideas are conclusive. They're quite certain in what they're saying. There's no wishy-washy. Like the whole point of the extended instrumentals is to show wishy-washiness in Boris. But what they think about Boris is consistent throughout. There's no change of opinion. He is how he is.
Yeah, there really
And I'm telling you how he is. The instrumental breaks do give a vibe of like reveling in Boris's misfortunes.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's just me, but it just feels like because
It's
they're
like-
so upbeat. They have the
Yeah.
same.
It feels like reveling, but it also feels like you like as a listener, like you can't really escape them, because if you want to hear the whole song, you have to get through these long, drawn out instrumentals.
But I think that
And
I don't
that
know.
kind of reflects like with the like Boris Johnson thing, because he makes mistakes and then everyone else has to be
Sit
dragged
through
through
them.
those
Yeah, yeah.
mistakes.
There's that, but I also
But
feel
he's
like
so happy about them.
I also feel like because the tonality hasn't changed, like it stays in the same chords throughout, even though the bass, interestingly enough, does have a moment in the second verse where it does differentiate. We just saw in that in that sheet music, which has been enlightening, because I don't know too much. I couldn't give you too much insight into the bass so much as I can into, for example, guitar, but the song as a whole is pretty consistent, and then the breaks are the same, right? And it could be you could interpret that as like, you make mistakes, we have to sit in it. But I also kind of feel like it's like not a celebration, celebration of his of his downfall, almost like after every time I have to sit here and tell you why he sucks, I'm gonna have a little break to just give myself a break. And that's why like it's like this song doesn't have a specific tonality in which this is super major, this is super minor. It's just kind of like the breaks are super upbeat, and that just kind of gives like a lifted feeling, and you can hear that in the drums as well, because the drums are so light and airy with all of that cymbal in the background. I don't know if you can still hear the song in the background.
I can't because the stream's paused, but it's playing in my head, don't worry about it.
Okay, well, the cymbals are just so light, and there's a second guitar is very high up in the register as well, so it just kind of gives this like light, airy, like flying feeling. When I listen to the song walking around the street, like I literally feel like I'm flying in the breaks, and I just like that I feel like is so different, the juxtaposition with that and the verse. It just feels like a break, like a proper break from his bullshit.
Yeah, I see that.
Robin's
No, I
set on
get
that
that.
as a trumpet. It wouldn't make much of a difference of whether it's a trumpet or not, but I just feel like it's
Even if it is a trumpet, it is definitely
an interesting
been
instrument.
old.
It's definitely been had some effects on it, if it's a trumpet.
Definitely.
There's a bitter undertone of just like helplessness throughout the entire song.
There
That's not
really,
something I can pin
really
down.
is.
That's not something you can really pin down. It's just something you have to just listen.
It has the same vibe of hopelessness that those fucking like football chants have when
Yeah.
people are like mocking politicians. It's like you're being really aggressive and you're like backhand
Like, yeah.
complimenting these people.
That is quite minor, but in the background you've got which is very major. It's giving very mixed feelings, but it's also it kind of gives like a yeah, but we're yeah. That's the vibe I'm getting from this song, right?
Yeah, no,
But
I
you're
get
free
that.
and you're airy and you're like flying, but you're also like there's like this resounding
You're
like
gonna
hopelessness
fall.
in your gut. You're gonna fall, and then the fall
Literally.
comes up.
Wait.
So this is why when I listened to the song and I realized that when I heard the bit of the song that goes wait.
Yeah.
Do you know what it perceives?
It sounds like he's just falling. Like
But-
that's when it starts.
that too, but oh my god, yeah, because it comes in, it feels like it's falling, but also like
Yeah.
the lyrics before that. 1 second, just give me a second to turn this down a little bit so you guys can hear me. The lyrics directly before that is supposed to be from the point of view of conservatives. Because you're so
Yeah.
relieving, you're like a breath of fresh air on a warm summer evening. It's up to you, right? This is what I find interesting. It's up to you, right? You make the choices when deciding the night isn't over. So you made the choices, and you also tell us when we're allowed to stop. But fight just to make sure that this song does. Wait, and I thought that was interesting because it's like, it felt like they were gonna say this song does right or well, and they're trying to say like I want the song to do well, but by doing that, should the song had done well, first of all they're talking out against their leader. It's a direct, you know, you're quite you can't tell me that like if we were in Russia and you made this song, you could end up in jail, right? So you're making some serious commentary right now. And so what it felt like to me when I said wait was like a moment of hesitation. Like,
Can I say this?
Can we even? I want the song to do right, but I also don't want to end up in jail.
Yeah.
And also, I want my country to do well. Like, I want my country to be good country. Wait. Just a lot of hesitation there. I thought that was interesting. Very
It really is.
interesting.
And it's quite sudden.
It
as
is very
well.
sudden.
Just the sudden.
And then it
Silence.
has a very the silence, and then it just comes in like a wall of the
Yes.
instrumental.
It's literally like, if we're sticking with the flying analogy, you're flying, and it's like you suddenly realize. You look. It's like in a cartoon when you're running in midair and you don't fall until you look down, and then it's that suddenly, oh shit, and then
Yeah.
you fall. It feels like that.
It's like it's like the sudden realization of the repercussions of what they're saying.
Yes, it's like, oh, we were flying
I'm giving you
so
this
high.
truth, but fuck, it's the
Yeah,
truth.
literally.
It's the
It's
truth.
like you're speaking the truth, but you don't realize what you're saying and do, and then you're suddenly, oh.
then the sudden
fuck.
realization, because it feels so happy and uptight and upbeat, and you're like, whoa, yeah, oh fuck,
Oh.
everything he's saying is true.
And
These
then-
people really
then
are
it's-
that kind of fucked
it's
up
like-
to think that he's great. And this is further, it's led on
Yes.
so well into like the fall, for example, which goes.
Yeah.
I thought the fact that the fall came on after Model Buses when I was thinking this was so funny, even though they're not after each other in the
really-
EP. It's so funny
I wish
because they're
they had
both
that.
commentaries on the government.
Yes.
I will go into that later. But I just want to point
fucking
out
love the fall.
two
so
more
good.
things. The last chorus opening, the cymbals give a sense of overwhelming fullness. So, like, when the cymbals come in, it feels like an area at the beginning, but I feel like when the cymbals come in, especially after the wait, it just feels very full, like a slamming
Yeah.
wall of noise. Let me see if I can jump ahead a little bit. I think I went past, actually. It's
It
just
really is. You can
right
hear,
there.
just hear cymbals.
cymbals are so prominent, but the drums are still going. God, it's
It's
impressive.
more cymbals than you'd expect for how much drum is also happening.
I think he's doing it with his foot.
Usually, yeah, no, it is.
Just to point out.
Yeah.
There are ways to do that. You can have more than 4 hands. The
No,
full-
I mean it like it when you're not like physically doing it. When you're feeling it,
Yeah.
it feels like more cymbal than you'd expect. Because
Yeah.
usually cymbal accompanies the drums, but this one it feels like the drums accompany the cymbals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I love that
And
about
cymbals
it.
are so sharp a sound. They can either be light now or they can be sharp.
Like
and
stabbing.
Yes, it suddenly turns.
Which
from
I will
light now-
mention in the fall. I'll bring that up again.
Yes.
So, the last thing I want to mention is listen to the ending. That beeping at the end of the music video. It's not in the end of the actual soundtrack, but when you listen to the music video, I thought that was so interesting. At the end of the music video,
I don't remember.
the Model Busters music video, thank you very much. Model Busters, yes.
A terrible green screen.
Future. Listen. It goes because it ends on a chord and then the chord is done again. Dun, dun,
Oh, that was so subtle.
dun, 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 dun. That's
Because
the
it's coming
end.
thai the stream, I like barely heard it, but I do know.
I
what
know
you're
it's
talking about.
hard.
I do
You
know what
check
you're
it
talking
out.
about.
Check it out on your own if you can, because I don't think I can
Yeah.
turn this up any louder. But just for everyone in chat. But the ending, that was so like I heard that in the music video and I was like, oh shit, because I sounded like Wilbur for a second. Because it speeds up slightly, and that gives me the impression that it's leading into something. This isn't the end.
Yeah, yeah.
This isn't. You can say all you want about Boris Johnson, but he's still the prime minister.
And the fact that like feeling comes after you're just scared of the future. It's like that fear is coming to like.
And you
fruition.
can't. We're not gonna be in the present forever.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
we
just
are.
like,
But like the future is gonna
You-
come. That's what it feels like. So
why hello there. Chatter.
so I freaking love model buses. I didn't at first, but I really do. It's
agreed.
just great. And we're
I
gonna move on to
love
the
that
fall though.
fucking chorus. Oh my god.
It hits hard. It hits really hard. The fall. Let's have a listen to the fall real quick.
Yes, please. I go fucking feral. It's so good.
Okay. It is great. I love it. And Rambo, it's so Rambo's style. Of course, he
It is.
loves it.
It feels short though, and it makes me so
I'll
mad.
explain why. It's not actually that short, I don't think. 3 minutes. That's a normal.
No, it's a normal song, but it feels short and slightly incomplete. Just to me.
Robin. Hey, welcome to the chat, lurker.
I'm going feral.
I hope you're agreeing with my my points.
So leave those sinker states and let's book a holiday.
Just hearing me aggressively. No, why is the stream paused, please?
Cause we're already boring and we're
Yeah, but
already
the stream it
boring.
posts on
What else have
Discord.
we got left
I can't
to
hear anything.
accrue? And the ramblers will say it's got a
Sorry.
marvelous view. That's not my problem, it's you.
I haven't paused the stream. It's paused on your end. You've clicked off.
They'll never know
I-
what you
No. I'll reshare it for you.
Yeah, I meant the Discord.
Yeah, it's not working anymore. Straight up.
Fine, I'll listen. I'll mute. I'm here and listen on.
Okay. Fucking scared of people like you. Under the weight of some Cerealine. A couple Prozacs, and now I'm dumping dopamine. Pumping. I don't know how these words work, but. Yes, Robin. We got a country house now. Old dog has been put down now. It's nice to be around. Custom license plate on our RDRA. How many groceries does one county need? I don't really do this song very well. This song is hard to sing. Okay, give me a break. Oh man, there's so much that I have to say about this song, but I've barely got any notes. But they're all in my head. I couldn't communicate them. Couldn't even communicate what I have to say. But boy, do I have to say a lot. across the pennines with a thin blue line, a knife and a mole. I would do something if it wasn't all so effortful. Cause I'm so high, my brain can't even look at the full. And when you reach the top, there's nowhere else to go but.
It's
My favorite
so
part.
good. Makes me go fucking feral.
The timing is really hard for this though.
So, come on, one and all, and see the apathy.
Okay, I have so much to say about this song. I have so much to say and nothing at all at the same time. Like, literally. Okay. First of all, starting at the fucking beginning, okay? The drums. Listen to these drums.
I can't hear anything.
I have so much to say about the fucking drums, man. I accidentally went into it with Soul Tell. It's all pointless. I will talk about that later as in the next stream. Okay, give me a second. Just fix this for Babushka. She can't tell me anything that she thinks if I don't have that guy. The stream's on now. You can fix it.
Oh, thank you.
So, have a listen to this. Do you hear that?
Yes.
That.
Oh my god, I fucking love
That
that.
sounds to me very military, which I thought was very odd.
It does.
I thought it was like it's like what they use in the marching bands. It sounded very marching band. I know what is happening, Robin. Just because you do music doesn't mean I haven't as well. I know what's happening. It's just a snare drum going off. But the reason I'm pointing it out, not just because it's really cool, and not used enough, but also because it has some military connotations. They use it a lot in marching bands. I wanted to point that out, especially because this entire song is a commentary on the government again.
They use it a lot in like fucking, oh my god, I forgot what they were called. Specifically, Scottish marching bands. They're not actually called marching bands. I can't remember what
I don't know what
they're
they're called, but I just wanted
But
to point that out.
they use that style with the snare drum is like the big thing.
In Japan.
Aside from the fucking bagpipes, obviously.
Yeah.
The snare drum is the next biggest thing in one of those.
Robin's like, I've just been attacked.
Robin.
Okay. Second thing I wanted to say is that's from Model Buses. Second thing I wanted to say was that it's very dependent on the bass, especially at the beginning. And in hello, dun 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 dun.
Hype band, that's what it's called.
Like there is a guitar over it doing the exact same thing, but it feels like the bass feels very strong and like it's asserted its presence there.
Yeah.
Here as well in the verse, you don't even have that. The guitar's only doing the one chord, and the bass is holding the actual tune. Thought that was interesting. I like it. And then there was something that when I was listening to the song that my brain just went and I couldn't communicate it, and I wrote down so many crotches at first with lots of silence in guitar and bass, and I couldn't figure out why that was important to me. I couldn't figure out.
It's really important. I hear it and I get what you mean.
Like it's like if you listen to jazz comping,
Fucking scared.
the piano will do comping to hold so it holds the main chord so that the other instruments can do whatever they want around it. That's what it felt like. It felt like comping, but in the guitar and the bass basically predominantly. And I've written down, it's like a sense of hesitation, of helplessness, and of anticipation.
It's definitely anticipation. Like, you can feel it. Like, not even just, like, listen to it and hear it. You can physically feel it. It's, like, pumping you up. It's hyping you. And then it kind of dips. Then it comes back, and then it dips again.
I just thought that was very interesting. And I liked it a lot. So, we're going to talk about the lyrics a little bit. Did I actually move on to the lyrics? I did. Yes. Hedonic misuse. God, it's a good song. Turn that shit down,
it's
though.
so good.
So good. So, under the weight of a broken nose. So what's insinuating from here is that the speaker is assumedly a man, but a person who comes from a very low background. So he comes from what I'm, if you read the first lyrics, he says, leave those sink estates. Sink estates are like estates in the kind of parts of England that are have more poverty. And it's book a holiday. So this person is forced to live in sink estates. He's come from a broken nose. It's not born into money, but he's gonna book a holiday. Okay, get away. So there's a sense of escapism in there, right? Obviously, the song has to do with depression. That is just the song. Like the first bio of the song on Genius says this song is about a person experiencing depression, but I think there's more to that. It's about it's a commentary on society and specifically the government and the way that they handle poverty and that they handle social classes in general and the negotiation and the handing out of money in this specific government. I think that is a lot of what is being said is about that. So you got the sink estates. We're painting all the counties in blue being the
Tory
color, because we're already boring and we're already hoarding. Someone mentioned that might be about the boring, about a specific company. I don't think it is. I think it's I don't know how to explain this.
I think I know exactly what you're thinking because I think we're thinking
later on. They in verse 2, they start talking about all of this money that they've come into, and they start talking about all of the assets that they've gained. And to me, it sounds like in towards the end of verse 1, it's like I don't know how to describe it. It's like a reflect, like the newer version seeing his old version and being And I think boring is also a term that's been used quite a lot to put down kind of like the poorer people.
It really is.
And that's got to do with it as well. But it's kind of hard to describe it. It's just more of a feeling.
Yes.
You know?
I have an alternative for that word specifically. Boring, when you first think of it, you think of, oh my god, that's fucking boring. Like, you know, the classic feeling of something being boring. But boring, specifically that spelling, also refers to, it's like when you dig into something. If you're boring into something, you're digging down deeper into it. So I think we're painting all the counties blue because we're already hoarding. It's referring to how the Tories fucking are digging themselves and the country into a deeper hole, quite literally. And already hoarding is Tories are hoarding all of the wealth. So and wealthy people are hoarding all of them. So I think it's literally referring to like governmental economic plight because they're just boring themselves down even further into the hole that they've put themselves in, and they're taking everyone down with. Because there's nothing left. Like, what else have we got left to accrue?
To gain.
You can't have anything when you're in a hole with everything you have.
Yeah. No, that is the feeling that I was getting. I couldn't get it. Like, yeah. That's what it is. Exactly. Boring. The other freaking definition, of course, I should have looked that word up when it didn't make sense to me. For a different definition. But yes, so that I think is right on the nail of the head. Of course, LoveJoy would be that freaking
specific
ad. You guys didn't hear it? Is there an ad? Some of y'all didn't hear it. I think it just started.
That's so sad.
You make a good point,
you can watch
though.
the clips when we put it on TikTok.
No, but that I think is a very strong point of view. It makes sense to me.
Thank you. I'm glad.
In other news, we'll have to wait for the ad to end. In other news, I'm still hungry.
Understandably. Your food got fucking stolen. Tammy, should I order you food to your house?
I'm already locked out of £10, man.
I'll fucking pay you back your £10. You deserve it.
I don't think you should do that.
I think I should do that.
You want to order food to my house?
I'll order food to you. Yeah.
You don't even know where I live.
Don't fucking test me.
I honestly, I don't want to buy anything. That's why I'm not eating.
That's why I'm telling you.
But
I'll buy you food. If you don't want me to order it to your house because you don't want to, I will fucking send you money. I will send you money.
I'm happy with giving you my address. It's not my problem. But are you sure? 'Cause that's your money.
Yes.
That's your money though.
Too bad, so sad. Give me your fucking PayPal.
This feels wrong, guys.
I'm pimping you out. It's fine.
I don't know about this one, folks. Anyway, is the ad over?
We're so calm, but we're fucking scared. Fucking
The
scared.
ad is over.
And we're so calm, but we're fucking scared. Fucking scared. And we're so calm, but we're
Fucking scared of people like it.
like you.
So, moving on. Well, continuing. What Babushka was basically saying was that the definition of boring is also, there are two definitions, and one of them happens to be of boring a hole into someone. So like basically like not weighing into, but like digging into someone, and that can come financially as well. You're digging a hole financially.
Yeah, if you're boring a hole, you can have the common phrase is it's boring into my soul. It's like literally digging
You're, like,
into you to the
stabbing
point where
into
it's
me.
like killing you.
Just casually. So the first verse alone already says a lot. So this is about a person who feels like their government has borne a hole into them, has hoarded everything. So the smallest thing that they have is all that they could hoard. They have nothing left that they can gain. It's a sense of hopelessness. I feel like this entire album just surrounds us in a sense of hopelessness, with the exception almost of Perfume, and probably why Perfume wasn't going to be in the album.
Yes, I think it definitely is.
But he comes from a very small place, and I think it's interesting that they have the line, "Let's book a holiday," because that is the most interesting part for me, because there's this huge thing that I've been having where people don't believe me, but I genuinely think that the people who are the least off spend their most time saving money for, instead of getting possessions, to instead get experiences.
They do, yes.
So the people
100%.
who are stuck working shitty fucking jobs majority of their life will then spend the next 10 years saving money so they can go to Disneyland one time. Why? Not because they fucking love Disney. No, it's because they need that escapism. It's also why the people who are least off end up being, the people who are lower on the wealth scale end up getting with the most obsessions, I feel like. Had the most hobbies. Because they need that escapism. Their life sucks. So can't confirm. They don't
have the fortune of just sitting and relaxing. They have to do something, because sitting and relaxing itself is painful because of where you're positioned.
Exactly.
Quite literally.
So that's my favorite line for that reason. Like, it's just so telling.
It's my favorite line because honestly, I think that feeds the most into the hopelessness thing.
Yeah.
Because when you live in a sink estate, people who don't know, is the worst kind of council estate. It is condemned to be the least desirable to live in. It has the highest turnover because most people die in sink estates because of how disgusting they are. People get pumped in and out of those all the time. It's a bad time altogether. So it's the fucking juxtaposition of sink estate and holiday. Is that sense of hopelessness. We are stuck here. Let's go do something because we have nothing else. The most hopeless people just say, fuck it, let's go on holiday. Because what else? What else can you do? It's like in your last, if the world was to end, what would you do? You'd just say, fuck it, let's do something fun. It is that sense of cheerful hopelessness. And I fucking love that line for that reason.
The song is beautiful, but for me, when I listen to this song, it gives me the impression of a really, how do I explain this? Those family men who start off nowhere, start a business, and it's pretty shit business, but it starts making them a little bit of money. They come into a little bit of luck, and then all of a sudden they start getting all these things, and they start, instead of hoarding holidays, they start to hoard, when they come into the money, they start to hoard things. And that's kind of where usually that's where their ending comes, because they reach a point where they start hoarding things so much they lose the value of it, and a lot of the time all their money goes into that, and then they lose all their money. But that's another commentary in itself. But I every time I hear the second verse, I think about those kind of people. I've been there, you know, like
quote unquote American dream, like failures.
I literally wrote in giant letters the American dream.
Yeah, it feels like
just the American dream. This is what it feels like for me. You're just talking about the American dream and
how it doesn't fucking exist. It doesn't
exist. It doesn't work. The entire song is in a minor, to bring it back to the music. It's in a minor. It's in minor completely. But this is what I found interesting. There are so many sharps in this song.
Yeah.
Which, if you don't know what a sharp is, it's basically on the scale, in the music scale, when you have, like, for example, a piano and you play the music scales, you've got a tone and then semitones, semitones, etc., etc. But what I find interesting is that, like, so when you have, like, a note, for example, a G, you can also get a G sharp and a G flat, and it's just like the semitone above or below that note, right? Half of a tone. Right, and so this song, whilst being a minor song, is also full of sharps, which usually indicate a sense of lift. When you have a sharp in a song, it's usually to do with lift. When you add a song sharps into random songs for no reason, especially, that's like a lifting feeling. You add a sharp in there. That's what, at least in my impression. So I thought that was really strange, and it also creates a sense of sharpness. It's thrilling when it's suddenly slightly higher. And so there's like it's like stabbing. It's the best way I can put it. It's like a sense of stabbing. This song especially, we mentioned it in the last song, where it has a sense of like sharpness. That's almost a stabbing sharpness. This song especially has it.
See, I wouldn't describe this one as stabbing though.
Listen to the first part of the song.
So leave those sinker states and let's book a holiday. We're painting all the counties in blue, 'cause we're already boring and we're already hoarding.
Especially because they're all semi-quavers.
Yeah.
And they're short,
and I
and
get what you mean. I would describe it as biting for a very specific reason.
That too.
I'll get into that.
Is this the one? I've analyzed so many songs today. I just wanted to make sure this is.
We're so calm, but we're fucking scared. That's the reason I would describe it as biting specifically. Going back to the same analysis I had of the Sinker States. It's the calm, but you're actually only calm because you're got to a point of being so scared that you become calm.
Yeah,
and it's
calm before the
storm. It specifically feels like biting down on your tongue. You're literally holding yourself back, and this entire song feels like holding back. And that fucking scared bit, it's not even really him that's like saying the people in the background, which is like they're urging him to just snap, and in the end he does. Like, he literally just fucking breaks down. It's titled Breakdown. It's right there. And it's perfect, because it's like, you've been biting your tongue this entire song. It's a nice song, but everything underneath is just stabbing, and it's like biting at you, just telling you, fucking go for it.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree with you. This part of the song just comes in so full throttle, and it just feels like an acceptance of every single hurt, that everything that can it sucks, but it also is so lifting.
Tapestry.
That's what I love about his music.
Different fucking species.
When I listen to Wilbur's music, like, I don't feel, not even Wilbur, but like LoveJoy's music, it is so biting, and it drills into you. But there's doesn't, and it's hopeless, but it doesn't feel like you're dying. It just feels like you're living, and that's what I love so much about it. Even in this song, which is so, one would have thought it would have been so like like all it feels like is falling. It doesn't feel like falling. It feels like flying, and then it feels like falling. You know, and I love that about this song. A couple of more things to bring up though.
Wilbur does what 21 Pilots couldn't quite do.
If they wish they could.
That's a slightly hot take. However, I love both of them, and fucking LoveJoy. Top tier. Don't even fuck with me.
So here we have some. When I first listened to this, I didn't know what these words were, but sertraline and Prozacs, and now I'm pumping dopamine. They're drugs for depression. Yep. Trying to get that dopamine in. So he got his fix, and now he starts to get some money in. Okay, and here we've got a country house now. Old dog has been put down now. Now Genius seems to think that's got to do with pets. I don't. Old dog is a saying. Old dog's a saying that a very common.
Fathers and old men.
Old men, but also just a generation.
Yeah.
A whole generation of people used to refer to themselves as old dogs, refer to their friends as old dogs. Ah, look at you, old dog. That is a whole generation of, specifically the silent generation and the boomer generation. They use that term so much. Nowadays, people don't really use it at all, but they use it. And I feel like that specifically was put in there to refer to them.
Oh, 100%.
Old dog
I fully
has been put
agree
down
with
now.
you. I thought the same thing.
Yeah.
Especially because it's like, we've got a country house now. Old dog has been put down. It sounds like the country house is yours now because they're dead. Like, you've got this because
you're
they're
passing.
gone. It's the only way you would get to it.
The only way that wealth is distributed nowadays is by
It's
generational wealth. And this man, seemingly, since he came from, this is his family has come from Cinque Estates.
Yeah.
Seemingly doesn't have that generational wealth. But even if you're buying a house from someone who's passed away and was an old dog, or renting a country house, you're still renting a country house from who? An old dog landlord, an old family member, a grandfather, a far removed uncle passed away and left you his house, that kind of thing. It still comes from old money. Even if you come from nothing, you're still getting things from all of the people who have it before you. And it's such a stupid vicious cycle of only the certain percentage of wealthy people can have these things, and then as soon as you get the wealth, you get to have them, but eventually you'll be that person. And that's what I feel like is like a lot of this is dealing with, is that the sense of I'm gonna be fucking stuck in the same place where with the people, communicating with the people, living with the people, socializing with the people that I fucking hate, and now I'm one of them.
Who didn't help me. It's like an insult, because if, like, in theory, if we're sticking with the, like, we've got a country house now handed down kind of from generations, clearly whoever this old dog was didn't fucking help them when they lived in Cinque Estates.
Exactly.
And now we've got a country house, but only because that bastard's dead. He never fucking helped us when he was alive.
Yeah.
That's what I get from that. Oh my god, it makes me so angry.
It's so much to say about this song, man. The Ramblers will say it's still a marvelous view. Who has time for rambling but the top percent? No one.
Yes.
No one has fucking time to ramble but the people with the money. And only they see a marvelous view. And in the first
even see a marvelous
pre-chorus
view.
says
Lie.
They don't know how many lives it took. No, they'll never know what you knew. Which basically saying, like, you see a nice view, you see fucking London and you think it's awesome being on top of those skyscrapers. Guess what? It took people building those fucking skyscrapers who are stuck in those Cinque Estates that you laugh about.
Literally, you make jokes about. It's like, the Rambles will say it's got marvelous view, but you don't know how many lives it took. Refers specifically back to the Cinque Estates high-ass death toll.
Oh my god.
People die there. Because it's so
like Grenfell Tower.
Disgusting. Yes, exactly. Grenfell Tower wasn't even a Cinque Estate. It was a council estate. It wasn't even leveled down to the level of a Cinque Estate. Cinque Estates are so much worse. That's how bad they are.
Yeah.
It's so cruel. And then in this one, but that treadmill still looms with your hedonic misuse.
I looked up treadmill because it didn't feel right. And guess what? It wasn't right. Treadmill, there are two definitions.
Yep.
Obviously an actual treadmill, but also a boring existence.
Yep.
even with
I like
the
that.
money, even
English.
with the Audi R8 with a custom license plate and the trees that they wouldn't be able to have if they were stuck in the fucking city, and the country house, you know, even with all of the
Yes.
grocers that
Oh.
you know that surround wealthy neighborhoods, whilst the Cinque States are only surrounded by malls because they have nowhere else to go get food, and they're in housing depletion areas, whatever. Even that, there's still this treadmill, this existential boring dread
And it's just over
because
you
of his past,
all
because
the
of where he's
time.
come from. And then the next line, with your hedonic misuse. Hedonic
Misuse.
referring to the misuse.
Pleasant or unpleasant misuse, like a feeling.
No, actually, it's got to do with pleasure.
Isn't it unpleasant as well, though, in specific uses?
Could be, but I think it has more to do with the
Relating to or characterized by or considered in terms of pleasant or unpleasant sensations.
yes.
So
So
it's like the two extremes.
misuse
Usually it's
of
pleasant.
of sensations, essentially.
Yeah. That could be a reference to drugs, like
yeah,
he was
that's
talking
what I was
earlier.
thinking.
I was thinking that.
You know, the excess of hoarding of things to
Yeah.
derive pleasure from.
And
The views to derive pleasure from.
literally, it could also, if you're leaning into the displeasure, it's the ignorance surrounding the lower class, how they just ignore it, like that unpleasant sensation, they fucking ignore it. It's not there. They don't care.
Crazy.
They don't have to.
You don't have to. Completely right.
It doesn't have to loom over them.
And this is all of this just incredible storytelling is before we have even gotten to the breakdown, which tells us
God.
the most. It is written so beautifully, straight up. It's just stunning. But also, like, this is my favorite thing about LoveJoy is this album specifically, they didn't write 6 or 7 songs about falling in love. They're talking about actual things. They're talking about actual important conversations, you know, like they're having those discussions.
I love it.
So-
I think I originally said to you, funnily enough, that I liked the first EP better.
Yeah,
I
you
don't.
did.
I listened to it a few more times, and once I actually read the lyrics, and because auditory processing disorder,
Yeah,
let's go
me too.
Pog. I actually like this one better.
I agree. Me too.
I do
I mean,
still like
Sex
the first
Sells still slaps, but
one.
this
Sex
shit.
sells, you know that.
I mean, I just like being called a Capricorn, man. So
Fucking
I'm
scared.
gonna skip ahead on the song that's currently in the background. But we're just gonna sing through the
scared.
last bit, and we're just gonna.
I like how you don't even try and say listen. It has to be.
No, we're
sung.
singing through it.
I love it. Don't make fun of me if I get the word.
You ready?
Cat.
Scream it. So come on, one and all, and see the apathy. The reams of grey stencils that fill the tapestries. I look to all of you and see a different fucking species. Aspiration for a different destination to meet. Across the Pennines is a thin blue line, a knife and a more. I would do something if it wasn't all so effortful. Because I'm so high, my brain can't even look at the full. And when you reach the top, there's nowhere else to go but.
What? I did that without any backing music because the stream was paused. Oh my god, I loved it. I loved it so much.
I just love the drums at the end of that.
Oh my
so,
god.
Let's read through it and really understand these words.
Sorry
So-
to my flatmate.
Come on, one and all, and see the apathy. Apathy, if you don't know what that means, it basically means the oh god, how do I describe that?
It's apathy is the difference between ignorance and apathy. Don't know, don't care. It's not caring. Apathy is do not
so
care.
you don't care about anything anymore.
Which
You
is
just
why
no
when you say
feelings.
someone is ignorant, most of the time you actually mean they're apathetic. I always remember that the definitions for them because of that one joke.
Okay, babushka. Okay.
Alright.
The reams of grey stencils that fill the tapestry. I mean, for that, I don't think you need to. Yeah. I look to all of you and see a different fucking species. Now, what's interesting to me is who is he talking to?
He's talking up, I think.
You think? I think
Yes.
he's talking both up and down. I imagine this conversation happening to a whole crowd of people. He has this superiority complex because he's been in both places. I feel like he has this extreme superiority complex, having been in both situations. You're all fucking insane. All of you stuck in those houses wanting to die. You're insane for sitting there. And you choose
to go on fucking holiday.
And doing the things that you do. And all of you who live in mansions and don't have to work a day in your life, you're insane for sitting there and think that you can live the way that you do.
You've converted me. I agree.
I think he's talking to everyone. They're all a different fucking species. And I don't think he's necessarily wrong.
I think he's speaking up more than he's speaking down. But I do agree that he's definitely speaking to both now that you've explained it.
Aspirations for a different destination
to me.
He's saying, you guys aren't even... You're looking towards a different place than what I'm looking towards. You're in a different... I think that
you guys want to die. You guys want to get rich and exploit other people. Yeah. I don't want to do either of those.
I don't know. It's one of those things that it's a very personal thing. Yeah. This feels like it's coming from a very personal 100%. Place. Across the Pennines, which is their mountain complexes and crossing the middle of the UK, there's a thin blue line, a knife, and a mole. Thin blue line is what they refer to police. It's like a saying that the police are the thin blue line.
The thin blue line between me and you.
Exactly.
The
between
knife and the mole.
The criminal and the ordinary person.
Yeah.
But in this case, a knife and a mole. And I thought that was very interesting because moles are one of those things that are supposedly only around places with more increased poverty. Places without poverty don't need moles.
Yeah, no, they are.
So
they're a thing that develops most around areas of high exploitation.
Exactly. It just feels like this is very much aimed towards specific people.
Yeah.
There's a thin blue line, knife, and a mole. I would do something if it wasn't all so effortful. And here comes the hopelessness, the absolute depression that's taken over this man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's underlying it all. There's so much more to this song than just putting it down to, this is talking about depression. It's not. It's talking about a lot more than that. But it does undermine it all. It lies underneath the surface of it all, is the depression. Throughout all of this, the ups and the downs, his wealth and his poverty, he has always been depressed.
Yeah.
This feels like a very personal song to Wilbur.
The depression is a side story in this.
It is.
His story is his fucking life.
Because I'm so high, my brain can't even look at the fall. And when you've reached the top, there's nowhere else to go but. And that's a very common phrase that when you hit the top, there's nowhere else to go but down. It's fucking correct. And it's also something that I relate to specifically as well, because when you hit a certain amount of success, where do you go from that? You can't.
There's two options.
You literally can't do anything but fail. Because even if you continued and had the same amount of success as you already reached, you've hit that peak, and you never ever life is not a straight line. You're not going to continue. Yeah. You're not going to be able to. If you've hit your peak, you're going down again. You're always going to fall. Even if you go up again afterwards, you're always going to fall. And that is such a hopeless realization, a hopeless life to live. But it's the truth. It's the truth of the matter.
You can't go further than the top. And once you've reached the top, how long can you hold on?
I love this song.
I love this song so much. But honestly, for the breakdown, I know I said I do agree it's talking both up and down. I think it's both talking up, down, and it's a self-reflection, especially at the end, which is really obvious. But I fucking love the imagery of this, because it's, to me, in my head, when I picture it, I picture someone standing on the edge of a fucking building, screaming at a crowd of, and he's screaming both what he's heard, what he's seen, and what's been said to him, but he is doing what was done to him, or at least in my mind. That first line, so come on, one and all, and see apathy. It's like he's mirroring what the upper class was doing to people like him. It was, so come on, everybody, look at these poor people. Like a circus fucking performance. And he's turned it back on them, and he's like, look at these apathetic fucks. And I love it so much.
I originally said that I pictured this as him standing on a stage and talking out to a crowd of people. I've changed my opinion. I've come to a realization. I've had a moment of just clear skies. And I think that this is not talking about the upper class or the lower class. I think it turns around and it's talking about the very fundamental thing that undermines and underpins the upper class and the lower class. You can have the upper class and the lower class,
Capitalism.
but at the end of the day, what is it? The government.
Yeah.
The system. He's talking about the system. He's talking to everyone about the system. So come on, everyone, and see the apathy of this system. The reams of grey stencils that fill the tapestry. I look to all of you and see a different fucking species. All of you at the top, as in the government. I look to all of you and see a fucking different... What are you doing up there, lizard man? I thought you were underground.
Go back to the sewers.
Aspirations for a different destination to me. You have different beliefs. You aren't doing what we want you to do. You know, you were supposed to be elected by us and therefore ruled by us, and you're not.
You're aspiring for something I never wanted.
Exactly.
That's what it's saying. You're aspiring for me, the things I don't want. You're wanting to take me to a different destination than I want to get to.
Across the Pennines,
doing it.
There's a thin blue line, a knife, and a mole. He lives in... all of them live in a freaking... words?
London?
No, they don't. They live in... Starts with the B. Starts with the B. Starts with the B.
Why are we so bad with names?
Yeah, it's the gayest place in the UK.
No.
No, it genuinely is.
I know. What's it fucking called?
It's not fucking Blackpool or Blackburn. I swear to God.
Bristol?
No.
Bristol? What the fuck is it called?
South of England. Brighton! They live in Brighton.
Fucking Brighton.
Oh my God, we're so dumb. Thank you, Robin.
Actually,
they live in Brighton. Okay, all of them, supposedly. Or somewhere around Brighton, because they all have to meet up and, band. So across the Pennines would be the north of the UK. And as someone who lives in the north, yes, that's pretty accurate. Thin blue line, a knife, and a mole.
Yep.
Poverty.
It's just a high-ass crime rate.
And I would do something about that shit if it wasn't all so effortful. Because I'm so high, my brain can't even look at the fall. And when you've reached the top, there's nowhere else to go but... exhale.
It's like attacking them back, because the people in government and people who are governmental apologists for some reason always say, okay, why don't you do something about it then? What can I do? It's so effortful, I as one person cannot do anything for the most part. And the high can be taken as physically, mentally, or it could be referring to drugs, it could be referring to he's high on the hopelessness, which is what I like to think of it as, because it's fun.
Yeah.
I was like, what can I do? I'm literally so high that I can't even register that I'm about to fall. I could be about to fall and basically die, and I can't even register. What do you expect me to do? It's not my job to do that.
It's your job.
Fucking do it, bitch ass.
This song is so good.
And then the last line is it's an attack on the government, the upper class, even the lower class, sometimes
also
'cause it's
feel
it's like pointing out, and it's like a self-realization, I think, as well.
I
'Cause
think it's a
like,
self-realization, but I
reached
also
the
think
top.
it's a condolence.
Yeah.
It's like I get it. You've reached the top and there's nowhere else to go but down. You are the prime minister, if we're bringing this back to Boris Johnson. You're the prime minister. So come on, one and all, and see the apathy.
The reams of grey stencil that fill the tapestry. I look
You
to
all
you
and see a different fucking species, aspirations for a different destination to me. Across the Pennines, a thin blue line, a knife and a mole. I would do something if it wasn't all so effortful. Because I'm so high, my brain can't even look at the full. And when you've reached the top, there's nowhere else to go but... Actually, couldn't hear him at all because you were so loud.
Apologies.
That's okay. Okay. Bum. Ba-da-dum. Ba-da-dum. Bum. Bum. Bum.
So good.
My Google Chrome is not responding. And it's back. Okay, guys. There's an Adam
Tammy's
progress.
chugging.
We're chugging through. Pissed off that my laptop keeps doing this. But we're chugging. Destination for a different destination.
I wasn't supposed to do that.
Okay. Aspirations for a different destination too. So, moving on. That's the fall. The next song we're going to talk about is Concrete. Concrete. Let's have a listen.
Stream time. Are you streaming on Discord or should I unmute the actual stream?
Oh, did it take it off? I'm going to, yeah.
Thank you.
1, 2, 3, 4. It's live.
Thank you.
Banana, banana, no. Words surface broken up.
The pubs are empty and they're closing up. When you spit and
Spikes
spikes
and
fast
bursts
as
saliva.
But with the pros of a standard English drunk, she says, hope the salt water ruins your clothes, and I hope you spend the rest of your life sleeping alone. I hope the problems that make your life harder sit stubborn in your stomach like a kidney stones,
and yet
all this over a kiss. You weren't there, why are you pressed by this? But now it's turning 3 in the morning. The bounce is pitching one is the whole.
Are you minimizing the Chrome tab?
No, it's changed it by accident. Don't care what you read. My thing crashed and now it's stupid.
Rip.
Sleep on the concrete floor. What you say to me? 'Cause I'm not sure to let you off easily.
Please, Twitch, we only have one more song.
Pissed off march up to bus stop station with mixed up eyes glossed with early conversations and the consequence of your desperations. The people on the night bus have to listen to you and people are saying, how can you look at yourself in the window pane without wanting to hit yourself? Your fist descends through the condensation. All this over a kiss.
You want that, so why
So
you
press
you
by
press
by this.
Now it's turning 3 in the morning.
Morning.
The bus is
I'm so good. I'm not leaving. Ba-ba-da-bum-bum-bum. Ooh, won't get what you need. You know it's always the same. It's all just a game if I had it now. Where you sleep on the concrete floor. What you say to me? Cause I'm not sure. I'm not sure they let you off easily.
Absolute banger.
Bum, bum, bum. Okay, got a lot to say. So, got a lot to say. Starting with the drums in this song really drive it. I mean, it starts off the song clearly, so just want to big heads up to Mark for being a lad, not Mark. Huh?
Mark, our beloved.
Yes. Anyway, some really intense chords in this song, specifically in the guitar as well. I want to point them out because they're just really well used. Usually LoveJoy, when it comes to the guitar parts, don't go super complicated with it. They don't need to. But in this one, they decided that they wanted to. Okay, that in the lines, he's spitting spite as fast as saliva. We go up and check it. It's spitting spite as fast as saliva. But with the prose of a standard English drunk, she said that those two lines has two of the same chords. It's the A flat major 7th chord, okay? And the interesting thing about this chord is it is a complex chord, but it's a 7th chord, so they're using the extra note essentially. So it's an A flat minor chord, pretty standard, and then they add on the extra 7th note, which is always fun. But then what they did is, which I found the most interesting, is they have that note and then they alternate it. So listen to it again. Dun, 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 dun. Just a semitone lower, but it's like a ding, that's a note, and it's got that 7th in there, ding, and they changed the 7th, ding, ding. That is so interesting to me for no reason. I just thought that was really cool.
I
agree. That
is very interesting.
Alteration was very. I don't know why they choose to do it. Just to make it more fun, I guess. There isn't anything.
I think it's a bit of spice.
If there is anything story-wise that can be said about that, I will figure it out later on. But I don't.
How funny it would
All
be if
I
it was
wanted
like
to
a
say is
location.
that was cool.
That is very cool. I thank you for pointing that out. Actually, that is very cool.
Very cool, and maybe it has something to do with what he's saying in that moment. Maybe. Don't know. Anyway, I thought that was cool. I want to say though, this entire thing is very minor. I mean, I've said this a couple times, but a couple of these songs have had a couple.
Very Tommy in it. Sorry.
A couple of these songs have been a mix of major and minor chords, but this song in particular, the key is very, very, very minor. But it's so upbeat.
Yeah.
It's so upbeat.
The fall is quite minor as well, isn't it?
The fall is the most minor. The fall is a straight up minor key. This one I'm not sure if it's a minor key or not, because I haven't analyzed it to the extent of going through checking all of the chords and checking what key it's in. I don't know what keys they're in. I could probably check it right now actually. Maybe they'll have someone have done that for me. But whether or not it's a minor key or not is a big indicator on things. But to be honest, I look more towards the chords. What kind of chords are they using? Major or minor chords? And this one has a lot of minor chords in it. What's this one called? Oh, Concrete. Stop. Sorry, my computer. Concrete. Love. Joy. That's not how you spell LoveJoy.
Over a kiss.
So why you pressed
Why
by
you
this?
press- I love that line. So why are you pressed by this?
Key. Yeah, no, there's no key here. Oh, E flat.
Yeah.
E flat. Okay. So the key is an E flat. Oh, bass. I don't know. That might be different. Oh, things get complicated in these kind of things. But I think the fall is definitely. And then I'm wrong about everything. That'd be funny. Yeah, it's a minor.
Yeah,
The fall is a G sharp minor fucking key.
Yeah.
Ugh. It's very good.
Oh, I remember him saying that. Yeah.
Shitty ass fucking key. My opinion on keys.
Such a good song. Why is it on such a bad key?
I don't like the G sus minor key. Not the G sus, the G flat, G sharp minor key. Fucking hell. So the model buses is also in minor, in a minor key, B minor. And then I'm checking them all because I haven't actually done this.
Oh, yeah?
I had looked into more of the chords instead of the keys. You gonna cry?
No, there's a why you pressed by this. 3 in the morning. The
God,
bouncers
fucking
put
hell,
you
Google! I'm
on
not a
the
fucking
sidewalk.
robot. Jesus Christ.
Not leaving.
Oh, key of F minor. We have a lot of these songs are fucking minor keys, bro. A lot of them are minor. Ironically, the only one that's not minor is the one we're talking about right now. Concrete isn't a minor key. It's in a major key, but it is a flat. It's a E flat key, which automatically puts it at a lower stance. And also, it has a lot of minor chords in it, like for example, the A flat minor 7. So,
Yeah.
or was it A sharp minor? Sorry, which one was it? I'm on the wrong one. It was A
you
flat
said
minor.
A sharp.
It was A flat minor.
Oh.
So, interesting, right? What I had to say about the beginning was that even though it's like minor, like has all these minor keys, minor chords, and the drums keep it up tempo throughout, it does feel a little aggressive, like very aggressive,
Yeah.
like confrontational. He's looking for a fight throughout this entire thing.
He's looking through a fight throughout this entire fucking
Album, yeah, for sure.
yeah.
But he looks for a fight with different people. This one is interesting. This time he's looking for a fight with his significant other, seemingly girlfriend. So, let's have a look at the
shit.
lyrics.
I don't know why I never realized that's what it was.
The countdown.
I've not listened to
me is
this
so
one
fun.
much.
So,
I love the countdown.
at first I thought this was just about a friend or someone he's arguing with. But
That's what I thought.
then it says, she says, I hope the salt water. We put gender in there. In this prose, she says, I hope the salt water ruins your clothes, and I hope you spend the rest of your life sleeping alone. I hope the problems that make your life harder sit
What if
stubborn
this
in your
is the
stomach
girl
like a
from the
kidney stone.
first?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It
you're
could
gonna
be.
cry.
I don't think there's any intent, like there's any point in linking up those kind of things though. Like, is this the
He does
same
like
girl?
to do that though.
I don't know.
It would be cool if
He would never confirm it anyway.
That's true.
But
Bastard.
what I want to point out here: salt water, tears.
Tears or the sea, because he does live in.
I know.
Brighton.
That was the other conclusion, but I think it's more poetic.
I'd like it
if
if
it's
it
tears.
was tears.
That's
That's a terrible thing we both said. It'd be more poetic. Like it.
I want to point out, I hope the problems that make your life harder, maybe this is just a mistranslation, sit stubborn in your stomach like your kidney stones? So he has kidney stones? Not like kidney stones, should he
Actually.
get them? No, like his specific kidney stones in his kidney.
Yeah.
Wilbur?
That's a bit weird.
You okay?
Kidney stones?
Are you alright there?
That shit hurted.
That shit hurted. So, this is about a kiss. All this over a kiss.
Over a kiss.
We're
You
there.
cheating
Why
bastard.
you're pressed by this? Now it's turning 3 in the morning. This is something I do want to link. Perfume starts going. It's 3:50 or 3:45.
Oh.
Precursor. The bouncers put you on his third warning, but I'm still here. I'm not leaving. So I think that this song is talking about, not even talking about, I think that he is throughout the entire song, it's like an emotional vent. He is completely unreliable narrator. Whatever went down was not as big of a deal. And the reason I say this is because he talks about her being an alcoholic basically the entire time. He emphasizes her state. He mentions how she's desperate, she's descending, you know, how she's like just completely like not even should be listened. She's unreliable because she's drunk. But he's definitely drunk.
Oh, 100%.
And
it definitely wasn't just a kiss. Like,
I think that he's putting, this is what I thought was interesting. He doesn't put any value into the kiss. He's not valuing the kiss as infidelity. He doesn't have any value in it. So what that says about who he is as a human being is interesting because, you know, he's devaluing his girlfriend.
Yeah, basically.
He's objectifying her many times, and because the concrete in the archaic definition actually means solidify.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's literally talking about, you know, because concrete solidifies into a brick, basically.
Yes.
It's a process of solidifying. So that's how it was originally defined, and so in that definition, he's literally objectifying her as this thing. Perhaps some kind of sculpture, you know, just like a thing.
Yeah.
I thought so that kind of says something to me. But like this entire thing is just like really just like, how do I even say this? It's just like it just screams insecurities.
It so does.
I literally wrote, doesn't put a lot of value into a kiss, devaluing the girl. What kind of insecurities is he hiding? Like, these are unreliable narrator. Sorry?
See, for the concrete thing, you were saying how it's solidified. Object. Could it be referring to, like, her heart or, like, his heart, like, solidifying, literally turning to stone? Because this feels like a relationship.
You keep cutting out, bro.
Relationship breaking down. And he's, like, bitter because it's like, oh, her heart is turned to stone. Like, it's solidified, it's becoming stone, and everything's falling apart. Maybe.
You know how I said that he was drunk? This is my proof. Listen to the end of the song.
The stream closed on Discord.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, bub. Let me get that up for you, bub.
Thanks, Bob.
Don't know why I did that, bub. It's because it keeps dropping the fucking... I'm not even going to talk about how much I'm frustrated with this right now. Listen to the ending. Every single ending so far has had something after the ending. The cough and then the slides with the guitar. Okay. Psychologically, that cough sounded dry.
100%.
That cough sounded very dry. So psychologically, that means the cough that he just did was not because he had something in his throat necessarily, but because he was covering his face, which insinuates he's hiding something. Along with that, coughing can also, if he did have something in his throat, can also be a signifier of drinking.
Yeah, actually.
He's drunk. And he's hiding something.
He's
and
hiding
everything that he says,
the fact that it wasn't just
incorrect.
a kiss, it's a lie.
It's all a lie.
An exaggeration.
He has no value on her. He knows he has no value on her.
So it's definitely still running, and like the timer's still going.
Guys?
Is this oh, it's back.
Yeah, because I had to press live again.
Yay.
Hello. Please stop
How you
crashing
doing?
on me. Please just
Oh, look.
stop.
We've only got a little bit left, please.
We've only got a little while left. I'm almost done. You don't have to hurt me like this. Okay? It's rather rude. I don't appreciate it. Just go over here real quick. Yeah, my fan is chugging because I just turned on extra chug. Just to get it to cool down a little bit. My laptop is crashing from overexertion. And that is why I keep losing the stream. And whilst I'd like to say I'm so sorry, I actually have more to say. I don't have the energy to be apologetic about this.
Yeah.
We're just gonna keep going because I've had this is like the 7th time this has happened in the last few weeks. So we're just gonna keep going. Just gonna keep going, guys. Okay, I fixed that, and we can transition. Okay. Turning off the fans now. Also because it's annoying. And we only have a little while to go. So we should
Last
be able
song,
to do
let's
this,
go.
right? So. Anyways. What is left to say about the song? Well, I want to talk about... notice we didn't really go in... This song is quite a... There's not much to say lyric-wise. Like, it's just what it is, you know?
It's very self-explanatory.
It's self-explanatory. There are a couple of things that only make sense when you explain it. For example, I wrote them down. Let me just get them. Desperation. Where is it? Oh, you want here? Why? Oh, I'm still here. I'm not leaving. You won't get what you need. This line sticks out to me because what do they need? What does she need?
That's true. Him?
He hasn't explained
His
what
honesty?
that is. It's possibly honesty. That could be nice. Some honesty.
I think because it's followed by the all this over again.
You just broke
She
it.
just wants.
Okay.
She just wants him to be honest and like admit.
That's
what it was.
Yeah. That could be it. Yep. You know, it's always the same. It's all just a game. Again, we're gaslighting. If I had it my way, you'd sleep on the concrete. Why? What? That makes no sense. If you think about it, if I had it my way, you'd sleep on the concrete floor. You would kick her out over this fight? This is why I feel like it's more of a... This is more of a drunken rage. This is more of a venting toward after she's drunk and she said, you had an affair with me. You suck. I hope you die. Well, fuck you, because it didn't mean that much to me. You don't mean that much to me. That's what it feels like.
Yeah. Like he's slapping back.
What did you say to me?
Wrong.
You know, it's just angry. It's all angry. What did you say to me? Because I'm not sure. Now, this is the part that really gets me. I'm not sure they'd let you off easily. Who is they?
Oh.
Who the fuck is they?
Oh.
Who are you
The
talking about?
friends?
I don't think so. It feels like he's talking about something very specific and it's never explained. And I thought that was very cool, to be honest.
I do like it, but like, if it is the friends, it kind of fits. It doesn't fully explain it still, but like, I'm not sure they let you off so easily if they heard the things that you were saying. Like, I may be in the wrong, but listen to yourself. No one's gonna let you off. And she's the one that gets kicked out of the club. Like, you hear it. You're on your third warning. She's getting in trouble because she's acting up.
He's also out there,
wrong.
isn't he? Because if this were a precursor to Perfume, where is everyone at 3:45 outside the club?
That's true.
And then here, it's a pissed off march up to bus stop station with pissed up eyes, glossed with early conversations. They've had a conversation with the consequences of your desperation. Now, this doesn't make any sense unless I'll go to it later. It's the people on the night bus have to listen to you. And all I'm saying is, how can you look at yourself in the window pane without wanting to hit yourself, but your fist descends through the condensation? this all, he's still talking to her, so this all insinuates that he's with her still.
Yeah.
Which,
He does
not with her as in a relationship, but he's standing with her right now, like at the bus station with her. Pissed off March, both of them, to the bus station.
100%.
Pissed off, angry, with pissed up eyes. Still, I feel like both of them.
Yeah.
Both of them are drunk. The consequences of your desperation. Is it her desperation or is it his desperation? His desperation to get with another girl.
Yeah. It's his desperation to get with another girl, and it's her desperation for him in a way to like get the truth, because she's very clearly like not attacking him, but she's getting very, very upset because she wants him to admit what he's done, and she's desperate for it.
I don't know if
And
it's
she's
admitting.
desperate for this fight because she's so angry.
I don't know if
And
it's
that's
admitting or apologizing. Because he hasn't apologized once in this entire
No, I
song.
don't know if it's apologetic. I don't think he feels apologetic.
He doesn't.
Because he immediately goes after the consequences of your death. It's the people on the night bus have
To
to
listen to you.
It's like,
He's
you are
demeaning
so desperate
her.
for this fight that you are making other people on a fucking night bus listen to this.
He's demeaning her the entire
Yeah,
time.
it literally is.
And he's making it seem like it's not as important as it is with that little woo at the end.
Yeah.
Like, it's just all... It's very mocking. We're not saying that Wilbur's a cheater, guys.
No,
This is not about Wilbur. How can you look at yourself in the Winder pain without wanting to hit yourself? When I first heard this, I thought that he was talking to himself, but your fist descends through the condensation.
That's beautiful imagery.
Now, someone said on Genius said that was them hitting the condensation. I don't think so.
No, it's
I
them
think he's talking
gently
about
running their hand down the window
yeah.
through the condensation. They're leaving their hand marked condensation. They're like wiping it away gently, and that's beautiful imagery because it's like you don't want to hit yourself, but instead you just kind of gently press the window. It's really nice.
All this over a kiss. It's just all of this like making her feel like so inferior. You weren't even there, so why are you pressed by this? So much gaslighting. Now it's turning 3 in the morning. The bouncers put you on his third warning, but I'm still here not losing. And then this shit always gets me. I'm not sure why they'd let you off easily. Who the fuck are you talking about? Let's have a listen to it though, because musically it's very cool.
It is.
At the beginning. There we go. I like the entrance to the drums.
Oh yeah.
The drums are so fucking good.
Discord, why? Stop fucking pausing the stream, you bastard.
Am I crashing again?
The Twitch stream is fine. It's just a Discord one.
Oh, sorry. A couple of things to talk about the ending, because this is literally the last bit that I have written down.
Oh.
The ending of the song with the cough and the slide. The cough obviously suggesting hidden feelings, hidden words, truths, also suggesting drunk. But the slide suggesting not only a sense of insecurity, but also that the song is an emotional vent.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a straight up emotional vent. You do that when you're tired out, when you got nothing left to give. Nothing left to give. And but my favorite thing is that the song like proceeds towards the end that you got nothing left to give, but then it leads into Perfume.
Yeah.
And I haven't done an analysis for Perfume. We'll get that either tomorrow or next week. But I think I'll be comparing it a lot to this song.
Fuck yeah.
Closed. Okay guys, whilst this is playing, this is going to be the end of the stream. Obviously it's crashed a couple times. I don't want that to happen again. So we're going to end it early. I'm going to go and sleep. I hope you guys have enjoyed this analysis. For the people who stuck around through all these crashes. It's been fun. Thank you for sticking with me, Robin. Babushka and Robin.
Of course.
You've made some very good points. Very good points.
I was having fun. This is giving me flashbacks to advanced higher English.
Yeah. Just give me my music A-level flashbacks. I'm not leaving. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, don't tell what they know. I mean, there's a lot that can be said with the drum line about how it leads into things, what that can be saying. A lot of this is insinuating that there's going to be this is the precursor. There's more to say. Cause I'm not sure that I got you off easily. I don't dun 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 dun. Thank you, everybody. Bye bye now.
It's so good.
Bye bye, chat.
Bye bye. Bye 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 bye.